Oh man, I really like this title screen. It's so pretty, and everyone's holding hands. They're all embracing each other and singing a rousing song of Kumbaya. Alright, so, yeah, for those of you guys who are wondering why we're streaming right now, and also just so you guys know, this is an archive, so hello archive people, sorry we missed you last time. The whole thing that's going on today is, like for people that are wondering why we're streaming right now, it is currently a holiday in my country, so I have the day off today and today only for this week. And that means that, yeah, we're gonna do a stream. It's a little bit later than usual because usually on Mondays I still have something to do. But thankfully we got home early so we can start an hour earlier than we did. So hello to Monster Hunter Gamer, and Justin Tan, Brado Star, Mark Min, and Donkey Nuts, and Lee05 Cool. You guys on the early crew, welcome one, welcome all. We're gonna play some Xenoblade Chronicles 2, a game that has been lost to time. I miss this game. Like, I really like this game. We might play Torna towards the end of the stream, but this is basically just a chill stream. We'll talk about anything. Be sure to, yeah, get a snack, grab a drink. I recommend milk. Someone's messaging me right now. Gotta answer the call. Tell them that yeah, literally just started the stream. Okay, so where we left off, we were at Amalthus, and what the heck? Right, and Hayes died. It's all very sad. Yeah, this is gonna be Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Hey, Barbosa, welcome back. Yeah, it was weird actually. So yeah, he commented on my archived video when I said it wouldn't be archived. I don't know why, but YouTube took forever to set the video to private, even though I set it to private the moment it became available. So, yeah, this is a very chill stream. We might do some challenge mode today as well. The reason why I want to do challenge mode is because I want to get an outfit for Nia. Because I want her to show up with outfits in these cutscenes. It's all really well good. I loved it though. I'll take screenshots and put it up on Twitter later, but I took, there were so many cool shots of when you first meet Morag in Gormat, or in Torgoth, and she's wearing her bathing suit outfit the entire time, but she's still super menacing. Alright. So, yeah, what's gonna happen though is, in the coming weeks, this might be... Like, the only reason why we're playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2 right now is because we're kind of just chilling out. This coming Saturday, I'm not sure what's gonna go down. It depends really on nearby retailers. Also, we got to get Sharkinator Zeke. Also, Haribo, welcome. So, all I wanted to say is that when it comes to what we're going to be playing in the future, it depends on what retailers do. Oh no, we're not playing Burden of Chaos, so we're okay. It depends on what's going on, because if it turns out that Pokemon is still available and not totally sold out with physical copies, we might end up playing that. Because I've always wanted to play Pokemon here on the channel. It's just that I wasn't entirely sure if that would be possible. But because we are getting a Pokemon game on Switch, this'll be good. Wait, was that like the first costume? There we go, Surfinator. I thought it was Sharkinator for some reason. I would do digital. It's just that I don't. Okay, so here's the problem with me in digital. I can't share. That's the only problem. That's the only reason why I don't like doing digital. Like, I felt so bad downloading Octopath because I wanted to lend it to my friends who were skeptical about getting the game. So that's also kind of the other reason why I like to defend the high price of video games, because if you have friends, then you're at an advantage there. But yeah, Pokemon is supposed to be coming out on Friday, and I don't know how it's going to be, because here's the thing: the retailer that I always go to is in close proximity to a school, so that could be a problem. Also, we probably didn't need to fast travel for that one.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm ready to head out.
So that's what it is, though. Like, I can't share the copy with my friends, and I know that I have a sibling, and she's planning on getting a Switch for Christmas. So that's the other thing too, is that she's definitely gonna want to play that, and you know, why spend more money when it's just easier to have people borrow. What's it gonna do? Donkey Nuts, would I want to play X? I'm really interested. Honestly, I'm a lot more interested in playing X than I am in playing Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Because, don't get me wrong, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is still a fairly solid game, especially considering how old it is. But the problem that I have with Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is that the combat isn't as fun as it is in this game. My opinion. I could be wrong, but the thing is, though, is just like the way that I find it, though, I don't like how slow that game is compared to this game, and how there are, like, there's no blades, first of all, that kind of sucks. Whereas in Xenoblade Chronicles X, I found that there's so much customization, not to mention that the ability to have a customizable character is very appealing to me as well. So, I don't know. I don't know, like, I'm gonna beat Xenoblade Chronicles 1 first, or at least make massive headway into it, and then, I'd like to... It's not even a question of if, it's more of a question of when I'll stream Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Because there's a very good chance that's gonna happen. Like, there's a very high chance that's gonna happen. So, like, I heard X has, like a much more in-depth combat, to the point where it's really overwhelming. But to be honest, though, this game was pretty overwhelming, too. But if you have the time, you can get through it. Yeah, there's just a lot. So that's what it is, though. So, like, so far, like, I like Xenoblade Chronicles 1, but I feel like I only like it for a handful of reasons. It's not like, oh, the entire experience I love so much. Like, the combat, it's still taking a while for me to get used to the combat. Also, the cast, the majority of the cast, it's not that I don't like the majority of the cast, it's just that I don't feel them as much, you know? They don't make as much of an impact for me. Like, the only characters that have made an impact on me so far would be Melia, Shulk, and Ricky, and that's about it. Oh yeah, this is the quiz thing that we have to do. This is a very talkative part about it. So yeah, honestly though, that's just all it is though. I don't mind games being complex with their combat systems. It's just that I really didn't like the fact that this game was constantly throwing stuff at you and pausing the game and like saying, okay, now I know you gotta earn this particular condition, but we're gonna give it to you for free for the sake of the tutorial. It felt really, really strange. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And yeah, and you know, like, the music is okay. The music of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is okay too. It's good, but I'm not like super into it, which is weird because for me, music is like the biggest aspect of a game for me. I guess we'll talk to this guy, then we'll warp back. Hey, Michelle, welcome. Yeah, so that's kind of how I felt. It's like, you know, don't get me wrong. It's still good. Oh, it's my friend Nira. The guy that empty momented me back in the challenge mode days. Yeah, so that's kind of what it is too. It's just, like, there's just a lot that's there, but it just felt like, I don't know, I kind of felt like I was going through the motions. I'll still play it. I don't dislike the game, but there's just... I think it's kind of like how it's going to be with this game, how it was with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 took a long time for me to like. I actually resented a lot of this game when I first started playing it because it was just so... It was just so heavy-handed with its tutorials, and also even the story, it took a while for me too. Remember what I said, like, the first impressions of a lot of the characters weren't that great. Like, literally the only characters I had a good first impression with in this particular game was Poppy, Morag, Zeke, and Pyra. Those are the only characters. Everyone else was just like, come on, man. Yeah, but I'm still working through 1. I'll probably... Yeah, I'm gonna resume playing 1 tomorrow, because I played on my 3DS and I have it on commutes. And I still have my Wii U, yeah. So, if I... Like, when it comes time to stream Xenoblade Chronicles 1, we're gonna stream it on Wii U. I think that'll be something that we can all enjoy. I heard Shulk in Smash Ultimate's quite good, according to the pros that have been playing the game lately. I'm actually kind of jealous that people get to play the game before I do. And that's how I felt when Zelda came out, Breath of the Wild. A lot of people got their Wii U, they got their Switches a few days early, and they were all playing Zelda, and I'm just like, oh man, I want to play Zelda. what has the better soundtrack? Well, yeah, I wouldn't know. I really like Torna's soundtrack, but the thing about Torna's soundtrack, though, is that I feel like, yeah, the battle theme was really good. The battle theme lived up to the hype. Certainly lived up to the hype more than You Will Know Our Names, in my opinion. I like how everyone's in a swimsuit. Poison? But thing is though, but thing is though, based on like this game, because remember, my only experiences with X is the only experiences for X that I have with this game is when Elma was introduced as DLC. And the thing about Elma, she's my favorite DLC, but I've gone on record saying that Elma's my favorite DLC Blade. But then the music that she brought, whether it was for Overdrive or her boss fight, those were both really, really good. Her boss fight theme is probably my favorite boss theme in this game. Honestly, well, yeah, you know what? We're gonna listen to that later because I love it. I really like Uncontrollable. And I remember too, it was that, what's it called? I was playing the Elma DLC day one, remember? Yeah, it was day one, we played the Elma DLC, and I was stuck on that boss fight for half an hour, but I was totally okay with it because of that song. The only problem though that I had with the only problem that I had was the fact that after you finish that game, after you did that fight, suddenly that particular battle was really easy because we knew how to play now.
Smells fresh.
What games have I played on Wii U? Let's see. I played Mario Kart, Ninja Gaiden. Played Ninja Gaiden on release. What the heck is going on here? Everything's just bouncing off. Hang on. I don't know what this is, but we'll do it. Is it AoE? I actually forgot what Elma's specials do. It's been so long. Yeah, that's basically what it is, though. Just use Corvin Z. But remember, on day one, I didn't realize that. I didn't know that was an option. That's kind of one of the funny things, too. Like, you'll notice that when you're on YouTube, a lot of people tell you that the way that you do things are suboptimal. But the thing is, though, you're just doing it based on what your base instincts are. And then, so like, obviously all this tech that showed up like a month later, how could you have known? Let's see. Let's use Elma.
Excellent.
Oh man. I think the part that really sold Elma for me when the DLC drops, because like at first it's like, oh, it's cool, Xenoblade Chronicles X fans, I hope you guys are happy because this is pretty awesome. But I think the thing that really, really sold her on me was the fact that she was voiced by Caitlin Glass.
Enemy down.
Okay. Oh yeah, and this is the part where Niall dies, but not really. They pull a Transformers 2, where Shia LaBeouf dies, but then not really. Okay, so one of the other things too about playing with Elma is just the fact that she changes the music for when you fight against uniques. That's just extremely, extremely valuable to me. I want to. Okay, do you know what? Let's keep her. Let's have my main party. We'll let Fiora take a break, cause let's face it, Fiora's too easy. We want the challenge. Also, sorry, gotta get rid of these guys.
I will carry out my mission.
And oh yeah, also we gotta make Poppy into a light element, and we're good to go. How does I play it? At least, like, we're approaching the 700 mark at this point. Yeah, Shulker Fiora to the OC, but like it's like the song isn't as good as the one that Elma brings, in my opinion. Okay, Tantal. So this particular area, I just remember it being really difficult to navigate at first. But then once you do, though, it becomes second nature. Let's see. Look at this. The Overdrive theme is alright too, but it's all, I don't know, like I like the really heavy tone of Uncontrollable. I just really liked that. Okay, so here we are, wearing a bathing suit through minus 70 degrees weather. Really nice. Hey Bjarn, thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, honestly, like I've seen some people that have a lot more. I've seen some people that have done a lot more for this game, but they have less hours. But you know, it's honestly though, I found that I remember what I did on Twitter is that I asked people, what was your most played? Actually, I'll ask you guys right now, what's your most played game on your Switch based on the log? And how many hours does it show you? We'll just go by it on that, because for me, the last time I checked, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was like 670 hours, and that is my most played game. And then you have games like Breath of the Wild, which is like 500 hours or so, and then Octopath Traveler being 150 hours. But I think for a lot of people, though, it would end up being Splatoon 2, or... Yeah, it'll either be Splatoon... For a lot of people, it's either going to be Splatoon 2 or Mario Kart Deluxe. That's very highly likely, because once it's an online game, immediately, that completely jacks up the playtime. So when Smash Bros. Comes out, though, I fully expect Smash Bros. To handily dethrone Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as my most played game.
What have we here?
Oh, do you know? Okay, here's a challenge or a question that I posed to people on the Saturday stream regarding this game. So we always like to talk about favorite blades, and we're approaching the first year anniversary of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So my question to you guys is, what are your favorite blades of each category? However, to make this challenging, DLC blades that aren't Torna blades will count as their own category. So for example, for shield hammers, so Electra is a shield hammer. For this particular challenge, though, Akos can also be considered a shield hammer, but Shulk cannot be considered a shield hammer. We're going to consider him a DLC blade for the purposes of this.
What have we here?
So yeah, throw that out. Because for me, obviously, like, you know, people know what my favorites are at this point. But for me, though, it would be shield hammer being Cassandra, which is pretty obvious at this point. For katanas, it would have been Corvin, but then again, like, he's DLC, so it's Percival for me. Mega Lance being Patroka, because she's his Hornablade. And for favorite Knuckle, it's Ursula. Favorite Bitball is Dahlia. And favorite Ether Cannon is Sheba. No, Akos is, he's a shield hammer. He's a shield hammer because he doesn't have crit recharge. And he has a topple.
I love this sense of exploration.
Oh yeah, well yeah, Boris would also have been a good one. Yeah, and then favorite DLC blade being Elma. Oh yeah, and we also, like, I went on that tangent about my favorites. My favorite plot blade. My favorite plot blade was really, really difficult for me too, because it would have been Poppy QT Pie, because her usability and personality is just so likable. But the thing is, though, I also like to grade blades based on how meaningful they are to me. Yeah, so for me, though, my favorite plot blade would have been Pyra. Because the thing about Pyra, again, like, to reiterate what I said last time, she was like the most consistent face for this entire game for me. And she was representative of the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 experience in my mind. Because remember, I had no interest in buying this game, and no interest in playing this game back in October when more news was surrounding it. I remember there was that faux controversy surrounding her design. And yeah, well, and the thing is, though, about Pyra is that she pretty much embodied what Xenoblade Chronicles 2's blades are about. And it's that, like, they have, yeah, sure, you can be off-put by the designs, you're entitled to that opinion. But at the same time, like, once you get to know these characters, you'll realize that their personalities heavily outweigh their designs, and that's way more meaningful. And that's what Pyra is, though. Pyra is a very, very warm personality, and she embodies that really, really well in terms of her character and the things that she does in the story. And then, yeah, you develop that further through the story, too. And I was so, so happy to see her in the end of Torna. That was a really good one. But yeah, it has been quite a while, though.
What have we
It's so strange because like it's funny because I've spent more than 670 hours in this game at this point, but strangely, as soon as I beat Torna, I immediately want to start playing this game again. It's really funny. I made that joke. There's that meme that's been circulating about one teaching us love, one teaching us patience, one teaching us pain. And I did that same thing, but it was for love, it was Cassandra. For patience, it was Cosmos, because she has the 0.7 the point zero. Yeah, sorry, it's the 0.7% chance of acquisition. But then when it came to what's it called? When it came to pain, I chose Ursula. All right, let's see what we do here. I need to get these people pouch items because these people are charging way too slow. Oh no. Yeah, Great Axe would be Telos would definitely be a very good Great Axe to choose for your favorite. I love her design. Like, I actually genuinely enjoy her design. But I think my favorite Great Axe would be Dagas. Dagas would definitely be my favorite. I didn't really want to think about twin rings that much because let's be real, there's only having my imposed rules, there's really realistically only 2 twin rings in the game. Well, I guess yeah, well I know, well 3, fine, 3. 1 attacker, 1 healer, and 1 tank. The twin ring moveset, it's like it's very unique in that regard. Zenobia's cool too. Like Zenobia has a nice design as well, and her usability isn't that bad either. She has some really nice passives. She was my last blade, actually. She was the last blade I ever got. And I remember like my memories surrounding Zenobia was that this was around the time I was starting to do the Blade Showcase and the channel was getting underway. And I had so many people suggest covering Zenobia on the channel, and I really want to because I really like the Great Axe moveset. But the problem is though, is that she just never showed up. She never ever showed up. By the way, Antonio, you get Mikhail by talking to him. You don't pull him from a core. Cosmos is garbage. Full stop. It's my favorite thing because, like, the reason why I like to rip on Cosmos so much is because she's so immensely popular, and a large chunk of the comments that I get are people telling me that Cosmos is better than whatever blade I made a video for. And, like, the thing is, though, that's not the point of the videos that I make. The point of the videos is to show what each blade can do, and my philosophy regarding choosing your blades is that if you like... Oh, I'm going the wrong way is what I'm doing. Hang on a second. So basically, the whole point is that, like, if you like a blade based on design or concepts or what have you, then totally invest the time and effort into that one because they're always worth it. Like, just this morning, actually, I got a comment from someone telling me that Perun is so broken because they were able to solo Artifice Ophion with her. And I'm like, a lot of people that I know would say that Perun is one of the weakest blades out there, but that doesn't matter because if you invest the time and you're willing to go for the long haul, she can still kill Artifice Ophion by herself. So that's what it is, though. It's just like, so it's never really been about power. It's just been about picking who you like and then enjoying your time using that blade. And it was funny because a lot of people, they say Cosmos is better than whatever video. Because the thing is, the truth is, Cosmos is, like, in terms of damage and utility, head and shoulders over basically all the rare blades. But the thing is, though, is that that wasn't the point of my video, so that's why I kind of like to rip on that. Because even then, if I were to say Cosmos is a garbage blade that does no damage, that doesn't make it true. That's the other thing. Like, that's kind of what it is. Like what can my words really do to impact your favorite blade? Also, like, her playstyle is just it's all well and good. It's just that it's clearly meant to be an end game kind of blade. So, yeah, also Talos is more fun anyway. Shadow Killer, welcome. Glad you could finally make it. I always enjoy seeing that people can make the streams. I love it when that happens. Oh boy. So what have you guys been up to? It has been a weekend. It's been literally like a day since I met you guys online. And honestly, not much has happened. Some pretty cool things happened yesterday at my church. That was fun. There was a fun thing we did at our church where we all like got a bunch of churches from around the city together, and we all sang. It was a very good community moment for us. Okay, here we go. But that's the thing too. Actually, yeah, going back to what Justin Tan said about like how one person's review on a game doesn't affect much. A lot of people, they tend to overestimate the impact that a YouTuber has. Like, okay, let's give a very easy example. You know, okay, for those of you guys who are familiar with Game Grumps, Egoraptor, Aaron Hansen, he really doesn't like Sonic games, but he plays them. But whenever he plays them, he's always salty about them. He grudgingly plays Sonic games. Although, maybe not so grudgingly, because he knows that people are going to want to watch it, and he loves, like, accumulating the views. But the thing is, though, is like, he really does have a disdain for Sonic games, but that doesn't mean that, you know, like, let's say you're a huge fan of Sonic Adventure. Well, yeah, you're a huge fan of Sonic Adventure 1, let's just say. And the thing is, though, just because he rips on it doesn't mean that you have to like it less because he doesn't like it. It just means that, you know, someone has a different opinion, and you can call them out on them having a flawed view because maybe their mindset is wrong in some way. You can do that, you have that right, but at the same time, you can't really control what a person thinks either. Oh yeah, after you finish Torna, then you do the main game. Then that's the thing though, like, I feel like Torna does what a good story-based DLC ought to do, and that's make the game more appealing in retrospective. Because yeah, for me, as soon as I finished Torna, like 2 days after they released the DLC, I immediately wanted to play this game again. But I didn't. I had to resist the urge to, because I was going to save that for a stream. Oh yeah, Maris asks, the world ends with you. Man, like, I really want to, but the thing that's stopping me from playing The World Ends With You, really, is just that I'm already playing a bunch of other games. Like, I've been playing Dark Souls Remastered on the side. I'm actually having a lot of fun with that game. Not gonna lie, I'm actually having a lot of fun with Dark Souls. But the other thing, too, is, like, I'm playing that game, but then I also have to balance that with Xenoblade Chronicles 1, which I've been slacking on, to be honest. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is like another game that I have to play. Also, I strangely have an MMO itch, so I've been playing some old-school RuneScape for some reason. I love it. Because ever since it came mobile, like, there's been a lot of people, and I was like, oh boy. And same thing goes for Worlds of Final Fantasy. Like, it looks so cool, but I can't... Like, I can't find the time to get into that either. Not to mention that, like, come next month, it's going to be really difficult because I'm going to be playing a lot of Smash Bros. Oh, and Monster Hunter. Oh my gosh, yeah, Monster Hunter. That's the thing, there's so many games like juggled. I feel kind of bad. It's one of those things, too, because it's a remastered game, right? And I know that The World Ends With You also adds a lot of new content, which is totally awesome. Very, very happy for the fans of the game on the DS. But at the same time, though, because like there's so many remasters out there that I really have to be very choosy about which ones I play. So I don't write it out completely. I think in the distant future, I'm gonna play The World Ends With You. But honestly, though, we could do it for stream. We might end up doing it for stream. So we'll see, though, because like I know that people want to see Xenoblade Chronicles 1 on stream, and it's something that I'd want to do. So I don't know how soon that's going to be. It could be in the weeks leading up to Smash Bros, or it might be a few weeks after Smash Bros. I know that when Smash Bros happens in December, we might end up not doing streams for a while just because I want to focus on like understanding how to play this game. Because I'm a terrible Smash player, and I'm actually highly unfamiliar with Smash 4's mechanics. Like, I remember reading a thread of people complaining that they changed or nerfed a lot of stuff. But the benefit of being me is that that doesn't impact me nearly as much, because let's face it, I just use Kirby. Dark Souls, a death a shot. Man, that's gonna floor you pretty quickly. Even if you're a really good player, alcohol really slows down your reflexes. So yeah, let's see how it does. And yeah, that's the other thing too, like, I wanted to play Pokemon Let's Go because I've been itching for some Pokemon action for a while. So, there's a lot. There's really a lot. Same thing goes for Radiant Historia. I remember a lot of people asked me if I was going to play Radiant Historia. It's not that I'm uninterested, it's just that it was never on my radar to begin with. There's actually quite a few. Same thing goes for, like, a lot of Japanese RPGs. I remember a lot of people ask me if I'll play them. The thing is, though, is that even though the last two games we covered were Japanese RPGs, I never considered this channel to be JRPG-centric. And the reason why is because I like the idea of being able to choose a game that I like that has a large appeal so that I could benefit a lot, like, you know, a larger group of people. Because I noticed that a lot of people that watch these videos, they benefited very heavily from the Blade Showcase one way or another. Same thing goes for the Fire Emblem Warriors. A lot of people, like, I actually met a couple of people that were on the fence of getting Fire Emblem Warriors last year, and they took the plunge right after. All right. I think Pokemon Let's Go is, I wouldn't really, well, maybe underhyped in the extent that, like, maybe some people are less enthusiastic about it because it's not, you know, a mainline series game. Yeah, we'll just use Cassandra. Yeah, that's the thing though, like, people are less enthusiastic because of that. But honestly though, from what I can tell, there's been a ton of pre-orders going around. So there's a lot of pre-orders, and I highly anticipate that's going to be sold out anyways. It's more of a quiet hype, I guess. That's kind of what it is too. It's just that, this new game, I don't know very much about it. I willfully avoided a lot of details about the game. Mainly just because I was planning on getting it anyways. I remember when they announced it, actually, I was really excited because it would be going back to Kanto. I don't have the Generation 1 nostalgia that a lot of people my age have, because, you know, back in those days, I was too young to have video games. Or not necessarily, not too young, but, like, I wasn't allowed to have video games at that age. So there's just a lot coming out. And same thing goes for, like, for Pokemon in general, too. There's just so, like, I kind of prefer less hype anyway. Because I've noticed that with Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, like, there was so much hype, people had so much expectations, but then it turned out to be less than what they hyped it up to be. A lot of people expected a new game. Like a completely brand new game, but really it was Pokemon Sun and Moon, but with, like, a couple of differences here and there. And I don't, like, they didn't market it as otherwise, but people were disappointed because of that, even though they said that this is not a new game. This is just changing things up. Oh my goodness. I want to see the Jin cutscene with everyone in their swimsuits. Alright, Akos. Here's the topple. Kill. The problem I have with Cassandra's level 1, it's so slow. Honestly, the majority of the time you want to use her level 3, which takes such a long time to build up. Everyone's doing fine. Look at me just hammer away. Oh, that was fun. It was very challenging. That's the thing too, like, if you're too hyped for a game, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment.
Look at me. Behold my
Oh, hi Malus, how you doing? Hang on. Hang on, you guys take care. Hey Malus, how you doing? You gonna join in, buddy? Just chilling. Oh man, he's so fast that he cut off all their outfits. Oh my goodness, his Flesh Eater outfit looks amazing. He looks fantastic like this. Oh, it's so sick. I love. Jin's awesome. Like honestly, Jin also could have been my favorite plot-based blade. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're going. All right. But that's the thing though. Like, too much hype is always a problem. Like, I'm excited for Smash Bros, but this is something I talked about on Tuesday, actually, like last Tuesday, was a lot of I found it kind of bothersome. I might just be reading into this too much, but something that has been bothering me is that on Twitter, I've noticed that a lot of people are saying that their lives are going to be so much happier when they have Smash Ultimate, but that's not going to be the case. Like, sure, you'll be happy in the moment, but then a month later, you're going to go back to being sad again because it's over. Like, you're hyped up, the thing came, it was great, but now it's, like, now the feeling fades away. It's just, it's kind of a terrible mindset to have, in my opinion. The thing is, though, that being said, though, being hyped up for the game, and also just in and of itself, I find it a problem for me, simply just because when your expectations are so high, and then you feel like you deserve more stuff that really no one promised. Like, you feel like you're being promised stuff that you imagined promises, if you will. You see that reflected in a lot of people. Yeah, Fire Emblem Three Houses is gonna be good too. That's kind of what it is though. It's just like a lot of people they get really excited for the next game, but honestly though, for me, I've played a grand total of what, like 4 games in the last year. Like literally, yeah, a year from November 12th, 2017 to November 12th, 2018. I've literally only played about 4 games, but it's okay. Let's see. Go in here. That's part of the reason why too. Like, that's why never trust leaks. Never ever 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 trust leaks. Even if it seems like it's really... Because honestly, and we've seen it so many times too. We've seen so many instances of leaks for Smash, and none of them were true. So it's just like, but people keep falling for it anyway because they keep convincing themselves that, no, this time it's legit. This time, like, they've covered all the bases to see that it's legit. Same thing goes for how I felt about people reporting on data mines for this game. Even then, like, we found that... Like, I remember people were criticizing me for not reporting on data mines, telling me that, well, it's data inside the game. Of course it's legit. But the thing is, though, like, how do you frame that data? Turns out there is no playable Malos. There's a playable Jin, but honestly, it's because he's playable because of Torna. But he wasn't going to be playable in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Core. So that's kind of what it is. And yeah, just never, ever, ever, ever trust leaks. Because, honestly, leaks also bring up expectations. That's part of the reason why the Pokemon community gets super overhyped for stuff, is because, like, leaks are a dime a dozen for that franchise. Alright. Honestly, though, like, yeah, when it comes out, I can't wait. I've been itching for a competitive, like, PvP-based game for a while now. Like PvP 1v1. Team-based, it hurts my soul sometimes. So we're gonna steer clear of team-based for a while, I think. Splatoon 2 did a number on me. Like, I've had people tell me that I seem like I have a calm composure. Believe me, once I played Splatoon 2 ranked, I've actually had people check on me to make sure I was okay. It was pretty awful. It's just that, like, because, like, oh my goodness, like, how can you get, like, 40 kills in one ranked game and still lose? That was the story of my life of Splatoon 2. Literally, 40 kills, and it was a pivotal game, very important game, and no, they win. Will you do viewer battles if you stream Smash? There might be a chance where I do, like, videos of fighting against viewers, but it might... But the thing is, though, I don't know, though, because the thing is, if I stream and fight online at the same time, that's gonna be a problem. Like, I don't know how good Smash's online is going to be. Like, I don't know how good it's going to be. For all I know, week 1 is gonna be, like, it's gonna crash and die, and then they're gonna spend, like, 2 weeks fixing it, probably. Because there's going to be so many people playing online. So I don't know. that's still kind of up in the air. I'm definitely gonna play with friends. You know, for those of you guys that saw the Mario Party, I played that game with him. I played Mario Party. That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing that one. Might play some games, but the thing is though, I also just I want to focus on understanding the ins and outs of the game though. Like, we're gonna be leaning away from guide content this time around, but I still want to be helpful to some degree to provide a better perspective. And what better way to provide a good perspective of a first impression of a character than by understanding terminology and understanding what's valuable in a game and what's not. And that's gonna take a lot of time. That's gonna take weeks probably of like solid, consistent playing. Why? Wait, I forgot the bathing suit lowers the damage. This is a good time. So yeah, that's the thing too, like, I don't want to... part of the reason why I'm going to be de-emphasizing streams, and I'm probably not going to stream for the first couple of weeks, is because I want to make sure that I'm focused too. So yeah, that's kind of a heads up for you guys. December, we're probably going to kind of scrap streams. Just because. Like, I don't know, it might be that. Or, depending on how confident I feel in how I can play, we might stream me playing online games, maybe. I don't know, again, though, we don't know how good the online's going to be, latency-wise. Okay. Here we go. By the way, okay, so here's another question that I put up on Twitter, and I might as well ask you guys right now. For those of you guys that read or watch reviews of games, whether it's a YouTuber or a magazine, has there ever been a one that you watched the review and then you were on the fence, but then that kind of pushed you over the fence, or drove you away from the fence if you realized that maybe you won't like it? Have you ever had a situation where you watched a review and that helped you make a decision, and what game was that? And how long ago was that, actually? Because for me, like, I used to live and die by the 10 out of 10 score, or the out of 10 score, back when I was in high school. I was like, what, 15 years old? That was a long time ago. And I think the game that really I had to really check was Monster Hunter Tri. Monster Hunter Tri was the last game that I played where I needed to watch, I felt like I needed to watch a review in order to make an informed decision of a purchase. But, thing is though, like, it turns out that I liked it regardless of whatever people said about it anyway. It was still a good game, and the review was very favorable towards it. But I remember though, one of the things that stuck out to me was they were complaining about the animations of the game and how long they were. But the thing is though, the way I saw with Monster Hunter long animations is that it means that you have to be very intentional about the things you do. You can't just do everything in the heat of the moment and think you're gonna win, because this game is designed to punish you for not being prepared. So that's kind of what it was for me. We go here, yeah? Oh man, this is a very meaningful stage to me, because I remember being lost here, and this is around the time where I had just finished maxing out Shiba. Or at least to the fullest of my abilities anyways, not quite maxing her out, she wasn't S rank yet. And I was just trying to figure out how we were going to do things, how the channel was going to go with this game. It's good memories. Like, honestly, the music in here, it's very chill, very relaxing, and sticks out to me that way. Dead Cells in the IGN review? Are you talking about the original Dead Cells review, or the plagiarized review? A chili stream? Okay, sorry, what? Yeah, so that's the thing though, like, this game, the reason why I bought it is because there weren't any big games coming out for the Switch for a while. Like, we've been playing Fire Emblem Warriors, and as much as I love Mario Odyssey, there was really only so much that I could play with. Like, I was getting really antsy because I wanted to do more stuff for the YouTube channel, and the only game that I had to play for the YouTube channel was Fire Emblem Warriors, but the DLC wouldn't be coming out until, like, the following year. So I decided to pick up this game and see how it goes. It turned out a lot better than I expected. I'm glad. We are the channel that we are today mostly to do with this game and Fire Emblem Warriors. Let's be real here. Fire Emblem Warriors actually is the one that resuscitated this game. I'm sorry, that resuscitated the channel. Yeah, it's weird though, because I remember watching the guy's apology video for plagiarizing Boomstick Gaming. The thing is, again, it kind of this is basically the same philosophy that I brought about when it came to doing my channel, and people ask me why I don't do the meta, quote unquote, for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And the reason why, though, the reason why I seem so weird and out of touch, especially with the subreddit, I'm not anymore, but like with the subreddit particularly, they wondered why I never played the game the same way that other content creators did. But the reason why, though, is not to not fall in the trap of plagiarism, which is really easy. It's not. The thing about plagiarism is that it's a very repulsive thing. It's a very, very repulsive practice, but it's a very deceptive practice, though. Like because whenever people fall into plagiarism, they always try to justify it one way or another. Some people say it's because, well, so the guy's apology video, it boiled down to, like, I was just doing research, and that's a very valid point to make. That yes, you are doing research, but the problem is, though, is that when you do research, you should do research with sources, not with other people's work. Because here's the thing, when you look at other people's work, that immediately shifts your perspective and you start thinking like them. And whether you look at it from the competitive standpoint, that now I'm becoming like my competition, or you look at it from the perspective of like I'm gonna create something, but now I'm going to funnel my creative energies into this, and that's a problem. So yeah, that's why I avoided it so much, though. Like, that's why I avoid watching a lot of other people's videos. I remember when Octopath came out, a lot of people tried linking videos of O. Richard to me. Then the reason why I don't want to watch O. Richard's videos, again, plagiarism. Like, if I see the stuff that O. Richard does, I'm gonna be heavily tempted, whether I like it or not, to play the game like he does. So there's that as well. What's the weirdest question I've ever gotten? Oh, sorry, weirdest request? I've had weird ones, but I think I just like subconsciously block them out because I don't like to dwell on them too much. I've had some people tell me some really like weird, gross stuff, and apparently it's a joke, but at the same time it's just like, it's not like I don't get it. Also, I'm going the wrong way, am I? It's Lee Search. That's racist. I'm kidding. To go with Mithra and Catalyst Scimitar. Good question. The best blades to go with Mithra and Catalyst Scimitar, because the thing about Catalyst Scimitar is that I tend to bond a lot of healer blades with them. That's kind of what it is. Like, mostly healers, because we want to keep sustained healing up. And the elements that go with water the best would be like electric and fire, I would think. Might be well, it also depends on your blade setup too. Like if you have Poppy, or whatever elements you give her. Yeah, Florin's actually a really good healer too. Actually, I think arguably, well, I don't know, it would be hard to say, but like Florin has some really good heals. Like, the Bitballers, particularly Boreas and Florin, I think Boreas is more like defensive utility. What the heck is going on here?
Look what we found.
I am.
I've never been here before. Oh my gosh. It's burned into my retinas. I've never been here before. Wow. Alright. Fire Emblem. Shadows of Galantia.
I could have sworn.
Galantia. I like Fiora's voice. It's very...
I've been fishing since I was a kid.
Okay, here we go. I'm actually curious if Karina Reeves has ever been in a Dark Souls game before. It just might just be the accent, but she seems really similar.
Since I was a kid.
Yeah, I know, 700 hours. See, this is why I avoid data mines too, because data mines also take out the surprise of stuff like this. Oh, Cassandra looks so radiant in the blue turquoise. This lovely scenery right here. She's... Yo, real talk, real talk. Okay, real talk, Cassandra's actually surprisingly well endowed. Surprisingly. What's in the chest?
If I may.
Jamming. Yay. Oh, that reminds me of, the, what's it called, the tap battles in Fire Emblem Heroes. You discovered the secret pool in the cave. That's really cool. I had no idea that was there. That's really, I just got lost is what I did. I just got super lost. Part of the reason why I really enjoy, yeah, I said this a lot, but part of the reason why I really enjoy the English dub for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I mean, yeah, sure, there are plenty of issues with the voice direction. A lot of issues with the voice direction. But I don't recognize any of the voices, though. So, it never takes me out of it. Like, I remember when, the voice actor for Alvis from Xenoblade Chronicles 1, he's in Dark Souls. Actually, he's been in Dark Souls like for every game in the series, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, like that must have taken some people out to hear his voice. So, like, surprisingly. But yeah, for this game though, like I don't recognize anyone's voice, and that's very valuable to me. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the voice actors that we do get for dubs. It's just that when you hear them so many times, it literally just feels like they're reading lines. They can try their best to get their acting method down, but it really just does feel like they're reading lines though, and that's really, really troublesome for me. Not to mention that the like there's a lot of politics surrounding voice acting too. Like depending on what union you fit under, some games will be more likely to hire from a certain union, meaning that there's like a set amount of voices that will actually appear.
I call upon the power of fight.
It's also what prevents people from reprising roles, actually. Because what's it called? Yeah, there's a lot surrounding that as well. It also kind of takes me out of it too.
World has many amazing places in it. Optic nerve analysis indicates.
No, see, like, if Cassandra has a swimsuit, you will literally die. Not of a heart attack, but of the plague, because let's face it, Cassandra's curse is hell. Oh yeah, so the funny thing about, yeah, it's really funny. I've actually had a huge shift in perspective of Malos's voice actor. It still took a long time for me to get used to Malos's voice, but at the end, as soon as Malos starts going crazy, that's where he really starts to shine. He really starts to shine in his performance on that one. Same thing goes for, yeah, like a lot of the voices here, like I said, usually the better voice performances, or the voice performances that I prefer, also tend to be the characters that I enjoyed a lot. Which is why I really liked Morag, Zeke, Poppy, and Pyra. Although Mithra and Pyra have the exact same voice actor, but like, it took a while for me to get used to Mithra. In fact, actually for a while, I actually kind of felt I didn't like Mithra all that much, to be honest, until Torna happened. And then Torna, I began to sympathize with her a lot more. It's fun. I actually kind of wish, I don't know if the person still watches my streams, but there's this one person in the comments in the chat, and we were talking about the final battle of this game, and I said how much I didn't like the fact that they went for a happy ending when I would have preferred bittersweet. And the person's argument, though, was that the reason why the ending was happy is because this is the character's reward for overcoming their trauma. But the thing is, though, I never really got that, though. I never really appreciated that, because I felt like the real lesson that should be learned is the value of letting go. I thought that was a much more valuable thing, but after playing Torna, I think I get it. Like, I still kind of prefer bittersweet, but I totally get why happy is also preferable to a lot of people. Kirsty Mitchell, I really, really like. I'm gonna research. I'm gonna research later. But the voice actress, she looks very similar to someone that I know. And I know someone named Mitchell. Obviously, it could be pure coincidence, but I know though she's Scottish, and her name's Mitchell, which is a very common name for Scottish, I guess. But like, I'm gonna figure it out though, because it would be really funny if it turned out they were related in some way. Because like they look very similar, like their eyes look very similar. I love how Poppy is able to get to level 3s. It's awesome. Alright, hammer time. Rogue. Oh yeah, I still have to play Persona 3. Like, I've heard nothing but good things about that game. Like, a lot of people really like that game. No, at least a lot of people that I know like that game. Oh man, that hurts. Oh, Cassandra's so strong! Hey, Mingyan, welcome!
Nia!
Oh yeah, this is the reason why, this is really the only reason why Rock exists, is because we needed Rex to have weapons in the one place where Pyra does not exist. Come on, man. Okay, are we done here? Yeah. Okay. Mid? Nope. Right, it's here. Yeah, she was... Okay, we're good. It's a really nice cutscene. Hey Mars, thank you very much for joining us.
Who'd have thought that Nia was a blade too?
Wow. Straight up with the spoilers. Straight up with the spoilers. Who would have thought this character's identity, secret identity, was exactly this? All in the same breath. My goodness. I feel, yeah, Zeke and Adam would have been such fun characters for people to voice, because you really get to be, you really get to ham it up with the, like, the heroic comic relief. We gotta go to Mora Dame. Before we do, we should probably buy some items. Let's see. Oh, an idea. Okay, hang on a second. We'll take out you. No, we'll take out... Yeah, okay, yeah.
I pride myself on being a good teammate.
Okay, and I guess this combines with these. Okay, yeah, jellies and grown birds for everybody. Yeah, wait, we're gonna quickly go over to challenge mode because I want to get Nia a new outfit. I'm actually not watching anime this season. Well, I'm watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, but that's about the extent of it. I'm gonna wait for SAO3 to finish, and then I'm gonna watch that. Same thing goes for Goblin Slayer. I'm gonna wait for Goblin Slayer to finish. Okay, I think we're good. Yes, okay. Uraya. Let's see if we can still play this game. Yeah, JoJo Part 5 I'm really enjoying. I especially like the fact that they're going all out with the art style this time around. It's gonna be great. Oh yeah, and this also, like, yeah, the time I was reincarnated as a slime. That one looks really interesting, but well, you know, we'll see. Okay. Let's see how we can do this. What can we... Well, actually, no, let's see how quickly we can do this. Yeah, no, yeah, that's exactly what I thought in the bathhouse scene. I thought that, like, the plot twist was that Nia was secretly a boy, but it's alright. Oh well. Engage the enemy. Wait, something's not right here. I needed a full Elma. Go Elma. Okay, we're good.
Blade combo, third stage. Astounding.
Dragon Quest. Like, it seems interesting. I've always wanted to play a Dragon Quest game. Never got around to it.
Chain attack, ready.
Okay, come on, give me the full. Give me the full.
Astounding.
Something's not right. I was waiting for the music to change. What happened?
Great change.
Okay, we're good.
Begin.
Right when we got the max affinity. Let's see what we get here. Oh wait, I didn't have Orb Ender, did I? Wait, let's see how this goes. I forgot. I don't think I equipped the Orb Ender. That's the other thing I forgot. Yeah, I forgot the Orb Ender. Oh boy.
Magnificent.
Don't mess up, Zeke. Hit the non-lightning one.
Magnificent.
Yes. Okay,
Elemental burst.
that's fine.
Magnificent. Magnificent. Elemental
Not bad.
burst.
Could be more, but we'll get there eventually. I should have given Zeke another blade too.
Magnificent.
Maybe give him the Monado later.
Magnificent. Magnificent.
Oh, she hit
Elemental
so many
burst.
times. Yeah, it's Wind Element for now.
Magnificent.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try overdriving. See how this works.
Magnificent. Magnificent.
Okay,
Magnificent.
halfway through.
Magnificent.
Oh, she does so much.
Chain attack, finish.
Okay. Oh, Zeke. Okay. There we go.
Mag, gravity, topple.
There's mine. Take it.
Gravity, break.
Topple, topple. Oh, it missed at the worst possible time.
Blade combo, third stage.
Okay.
Magnificent.
It's thankfully we're playing normal, so it's really easy to build up your specials, provided he doesn't Cloud Breath a million times.
Chain attack, ready. Magnificent.
Let's get things started.
Magnificent.
Let's see how this goes. I don't know. We're playing a Deadly Gambit right now.
Great change.
Oh, she charges so fast.
Chain.
Oh boy. Let's see how long we can last. Honestly, we have the evasion, so we can dodge the lethal harpoons just fine. Okay, Tentacle Storm, sure, I can take it. Just let me down, thank you. Here we go. Yes, I noticed I'm lagging you guys, thank you. Thank you, literally no one knows. Oh, take it all back.
Magnificent.
Okay. Oh, here comes the army. They're calling in the Marines. Yes, gather around me, my children.
Magnificent.
Okay, gotta wait for that lethal harpoon to show up. Okay, gather.
Chain attack ready.
Finish them all off.
Magnificent.
We're doing good, we're doing good. Just gotta feel the rhythm and the rhyme. Gotta heal it all back! Oh, Elma's so fun. My goodness. Call in Marines! Hang on. Gotta back off a little bit, get myself in the cluster. Never mind.
Magnificent.
So many. It's like a mosh pit here. Oh, couldn't evade. That's a lot of. Oh, that's a lot of damage coming away. I don't know. Uh-oh. Dodge this? Dodge. Oh! I should have matched the dodge. It's okay.
Better luck next time.
Okay, no, we'll not retry. All I had to do was just mash that evasion.
This was the fault of negligence. It will not happen again.
Treasure trove.
Alright.
If I may.
Okay, let me just quickly check. Because I'd like to farm a little bit of... And I think the best choice for farming would be, I guess it would be Mithra for us. Okay, give me a second. And... swap... I think we're okay. I think this should be fine. Like, I think Shulk would actually be another good option too. And actually, yeah, we'd be able to afford that right now because we have Zeke on our team. Let's give Shulk the Monado.
It'll be my pleasure.
And... yeah, and we'll start things off with Elma. Okay, let me just double check something because this kind of bothered me. I was kind of hoping that we get a music change. Special background music. Oh yeah, it's enabled. I guess we'll just start off as Elma. Here we go.
What friends capable of.
Let's try this out because I really want to have some no pun stone.
The challenge.
Oh wait, no.
Begin.
Okay, go all the way to the back. Okay, let's make sure you charge everything up. Oh, so I guess it doesn't. Okay, I guess it's only for uniques then. That's a little disappointing. Chicken heart, target the chicken heart.
Chain attack.
That's that plus.
Begin.
Okay, so we got ourselves the orb, and yeah, also we just have to do stuff like this now.
Magnificent.
Antonio, thank you very much for joining us.
Elemental burst.
Oh, I just realized Shulk's not gonna get his level 2. Whoops. Oh well, get Monado purged, that's all good enough for me.
Magnificent. Magnificent.
Oh, I made a mistake, I should have switched characters.
Magnificent.
That was my bad, wait.
Finish.
And he is alive! Master Arts?
Magnificent.
Oh, man. Hulk is a game breaker.
Magnificent.
Smash everything out.
Blade
Yeah, get ourselves another
third
one this
stage.
time. I should have given Zeke another blade to go along with Shulk.
Mag awesome. Begin.
Yeah, because everyone's a dark element here too.
Mag
Yeah, I think Cosmos would be a nice idea because again, that light resistance.
Elemental burst.
Oh, okay, that's for yeah. Okay, I should have switched. We're not quite at our A game just yet.
Magnificent. Magnificent. Magnificent.
Yeah, we're gonna have to upgrade ourselves a bit.
Magnificent.
Actually, having a Poppy QT Pie would have been a better idea than
Finish.
Shulk.
Magnificent. Chain attack ready. Excellent.
Oh, tried escaping. There we go. Oh, we missed one box. Okay, we're gonna have to switch up the parties a little bit. Yeah, Fiora would also be really good too, but the problem is though is that she clears waves really quickly. And the thing is though, I'd like to be able to build an orb. I can try it though. Yeah, well, let's try it out. Yeah, not a very big fan about talking about children's nuts. It's a bad luck. It's just a really bad luck. Okay, a lot of flawless for us. Yeah, I think we just need to quickly look at our Ox cores for a bit too.
We can do it. We can do it.
Actually, I think that's fine. We can just keep Shulk with us. Now, the other issue. Yeah, we have the Omega Drive, so that's good. Burst symbol, burst symbol. Yeah, let's give him a burst symbol as well. Why not? We're here now. Yes. We have one for nearly every member of the party, I think. Yeah. Only person that's missing is Nia. And the damage should be okay. Hang on, let me just quickly look at the Ox cores too. Good. Infinity Max attack. Oh, we need to give her the Elemental Orb. Oh, no, it's not here. It's up. Oh, no, Telos has it. Oh, okay, never. Okay, that's fine then. Throw attack up. Oh, because we're not outdoors. That's the other issue. And then I just boosted her accuracy for this one. That's why her damage is a little bit lower than everyone else. Other than that, we're good. Let's see how. Okay. Let's try it this time around with this setup, and then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled story. That's the thing though. Like the reason why I wanted to avoid using Fiora is because I want to build up the orbs as well. But maybe we don't need to do that.
The challenge battle begins!
Alright, let's give this a whirl. This is normal mode, so like it should be a little bit easier for us to get away with some stuff. Like it's a lot more like like after playing Bring of Chaos, you realize just how lenient this game is.
Ready.
Okay, see what we get.
Superb.
Oh, she's strong. Okay, can you finish him off? Would that be okay? Go, Mora, go! Yeah, that's fast. Okay, I stand corrected. Why is Fiora so broken? Okay, I should probably give Rex items to recharge his stuff too. Oh yeah, back in the day. I remember when they announced the 3rd slot, I was so happy when they announced the 3rd slot. Okay, I stand corrected. We're just gonna use Fiora for doing this. Make it a lot faster for us. But it took longer. Yeah, just build it to a level 2 special, because her level 2 special is her best AoE. Some flawless nope on stone. How many more do we need, I wonder?
Treasure acquired.
Okay. Arcseed is orderly. Okay, we need 20 more to get the sundress. And how many do we have right now? Can we get 20 more? No, we can't. Okay, keep going. Thankfully, difficulty isn't a factor when it comes to getting more loot, which is nice. Like, it's a challenge in every sense of the word. Yeah, honestly, like, well, I'm not really a big fan of having multiple people on a single file playing, like, you know, like a Tales game. But the idea of leaderboards would have been really appealing to me. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to give Rex the item.
Chain attack ready.
Here comes Chicken Heart. Oh my gosh, the blowdown are real. There we go. Yeah, 2 level 2s are more than enough to do this guy in then. Alright. Yeah, it's just a little bit sluggish because of all that waiting around that we have to do.
We can do this all day.
Hang on, let me just finish this message. Okay. We need 20 more, so we'll see how we go.
Treasure acquired. You're all mine.
Oh yeah, okay, so question to you guys that are watching right now, what's your favorite challenge in challenge mode? Like, reinventing the Gogol I've always really enjoyed because it has that concept of, like, working your way up to the final boss. I kind of wish that the main game had more stuff like that. Like, the main game having more, like, there are waves of enemies that give you a little bit of a break. They throw some more at you. Okay, hang on, double check. Okay, 10 more. Yeah, okay, so we got about 10 that time around. After this one, I'm pretty sure even after, like, selling, we should be okay. And then we can finally get the outfit that people have been hyping up last stream. Let's see. Detective Pikachu. Wait, so... Wait, are you talking about the... Oh, the movie! Oh, man, that's the... Okay, I gotta watch that later. Because that's the one with Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu, right? That's absolutely fantastic. I like how Canada's responsible for 2 out of the 3 Ryans. 2 out of 3 Ryans being Gosling, Seacrest, and Reynolds. Where is Rex right now? There we go. 2 level 2s from Fiora.
Astounding.
Oh, that's a lot. The amount of damage is reaching the a lot category. Master Arts. Shulk has anything to say about it? Good. Michael Walsh, not really much. We're quickly farming a little bit for the sundress outfit for Nia, because I know that's something that people really enjoy. 9th Imperial Army is also a really fun. I don't know, between 9th Imperial Army and reinventing the Gogol, those are probably my favorite ones. Meanwhile, like Cloud King Ken's Revenge is more like a DPS setup punching bag more than anything else. Okay, so Flawless is in there. No Pawn Stones only. And some more Flawlesses. Okay, I think that might have been it. Maybe we don't even need to sell. How many do we got? Oh, you got 90. Okay. Twice as... okay. Nice. 45 on the dot. I actually haven't seen this, so let's have a look. I don't think it's going to be the same reaction that I had when I saw Morag for the first time. It's terrain damage decreases, right? Oh, okay, with the get rid of the Shadow the Hedgehog armor. Like, I remember my reaction when I saw Morag, because like I saw the picture, but I didn't realize that she actually had her hair down. I was genuinely surprised that she had her hair down. It was a good moment. Aw, she looks cute. She looks like... she literally looks like... she looks like a 12-year-old. Oh, man. Sorry, Nia fans, but your waifu is underage. It's not bad. Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. I will quickly just zoom in on her. I'm gonna take a quick... stop moving. Okay, I'm gonna take a bit of a stretch break, and then we're gonna go for the long haul for the remainder of this stream. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we're back. Okay, so, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't understand why Nia has the appeal that she does. I'm going to make the assumption that she has the appeal for 2 very important factors. The first factor being that she is a cat girl, which is a big deal for some people. And the fact that she, like, the majority of the people that I know that really like Nia are, like, teenagers, so I guess that kind of adds up. Still weird, though. I don't know, like, I never really saw her appeal in that area. Like, I like her in terms of how she developed the whole overcoming survivor's guilt and the ability to, what's it called? Like, the willingness to help people and having the power to do so. I really like that. The Welsh accent's pretty nice too. Yeah, like it was really refreshing to hear the Welsh accent. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we need to go to Morordain, and then we will continue, and we should be able to beat the game before all things are said and done. We have plenty of time. I guess we'll go to the palace. Okay. So I think that's part of the reason why, though, is the fact that, like, I guess part of like the big turnoff for me is that she seems really youthful. Level 2. Okay, we have to go up. She seems like she like, it's not even like youthful in the way that like Cassandra's like this really wide-eyed young lady of sorts. No, it's like it's just straight up Nia seems like a little kid to me. That's part of the reason why I found it so off-putting with her voice early on too, was because I thought Rex was jarring, because this guy's clearly looking a lot younger than me, but his voice is so strangely low. And then Nia, who looks even younger than Rex, is like having her voice. It took a long time. It took 7 chapters to get used to both of those characters. But after a while, though, like I had a very strong appreciation for all of them. That's kind of the thing too. Like in terms of me comparing the cast of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with my first impressions compared to my first impressions of the cast of Xenoblade Chronicles 1. My initial impression for this game is that I wasn't a very big fan of a handful of the characters, but some of these characters really stood out to me. Whereas with Xenoblade Chronicles 1, like, I don't know, like, Ryan looks really boring to me. Charlotte looks really boring to me. Dunban, he had a cool concept going for him, so he stood out a lot better. Same thing goes for Melia. So that's kind of what it is for me, though. It's just that, like, if it took quite a while for me to get used to Rex and Mithra and Nia in this game, but they have such distinctive designs. Whereas it felt like Ryan and Charla, they seemed like just like side characters almost in terms of design. Yeah, I don't know. That's just how I kind of found it so far. I'll definitely continue it tomorrow. I'll probably create a new thread on Twitter about that, because that's what I've been doing lately. I've been like tweeting some reactions and impressions about certain stuff. I remember also, like, I was so excited when I found out that what's her name, Jenna Coleman voiced Melia. And for those guys that are unfamiliar with Jenna Coleman, she is, or she was, one of the companion characters for Doctor Who. And that was really, really important to me because I really liked her in that role. Alright. See, like, this is a secret area, apparently. But that turquoise pool that we found, Galantia, that was legit a secret area. I had no idea. But this is mandatory, though. This Runo Cave-In is a mandatory area that you must go through. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your help, librarian waifu. Okay, how many more wind elements do we have? Is she Windmaster or like... No. Okay,
Looking forward to working with you again.
Rex's voice took a while for me to get used to, but eventually I grew into it. I guess for me, I'm always willing to give the benefit of the doubt to a lot of video game voice acting. Just because a huge part of performance is attributed to direction and less to do with the actor's caliber. Because yeah, like, especially again, like, kind of just my obligatory defense of Rex statement is that when you're the main character of a Japanese RPG that's heavily story focused and dialogue focused, you're going to be taking a lot of shots, and a lot of these shots are going to hit the mark. But more often than not, though, you're going to end up missing the mark just because you're taking that many. Barbosa, thank you very much for joining us. Oh, we need Earth. Wolfric. We need Wolfric for this one. Yeah, Poppy really surprised me in terms of voice, on the voice acting front.
It sounds
She actually generated a much more impactful emotional reaction from me. We buy Kingdom Hearts 3. I still have to get in. I've never played Kingdom Hearts before. I'm gonna play Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 before I play 3. Like, my plan is to play the main numbered games. Hey Tux, welcome back. And it's Kasuna. How you doing? So yeah, that's what it is though. Like for Kingdom Hearts is a series that I've been very interested in. Like I really like Final Fantasy aesthetics, and I really like Disney. So to see them combined together is totally awesome for me. The thing is, though, is that when that game, when the original first came out, hang on.
Too early to be complacent.
Oh wait, This is inappropriate. That was very, very fun. I forgot that. I have to make some adjustments. Give me a second. So that's what it is, though. Like, when those games when the first Kingdom Hearts came out, it was for the PlayStation 2, and in those days, I wasn't even allowed to have video games. Turn up this. Yeah, actually, no, why did I turn that? Actually, no, let's go max. Let's all the way. It's all the way. Alright. And we will fight against a later enemy. But that's the thing, though, like, I wasn't allowed to play those games, so that was a really, really big thing for me. Oh yeah, we have to fight into this dude. Okay, who do I want to use? I want to use Cassandra for Malos. Here we go. Honestly, I'd love to see a Xenoblade Chronicles X2 over a port. I always prefer new games. Hi, Malos.
Lucky break.
Oh, he's so strong!
Diver combo complete.
Oh, that was so difficult. Wow, that was really difficult, you guys.
I'm gonna kill you.
Okay. I'm gonna kill you! Are you killed yet? Okay. I don't know, it's just that, like, the way that I've always seen it, again, like, again, this is me also being selfish, in a way, but for me, I stand to benefit very, very little from ports. And while it's cool that, you know, like, I really am happy for the people that got Elma as DLC in this game. But the thing about making a port, though, is that you're allocating a lot of resources that could have been spent on a more creative enterprise. In which case, that would have been making a new game, and I think I would have kind of just preferred that overall. Instead of, like, diverting a lot of resources in order to create that port. Okay, you guys have fun. Cassandra and I are just gonna chill out here, so get to it. I don't know, so yeah, they'd have to make a lot of changes too. Wait, let me just topple this. Alright, there you go. Don't ask for me. Don't ask me for anything ever again. Oh, you ruined the song. You ruined the song. Why? I wanted to take in the moment, but no. Sends them straight into the abyss. That's the power of Poppy QT. Solstice Games, how you doing? That was the most anticlimactic fight ever. Oh my gosh. Super anticlimactic. I'll try that again. Actually, might be able to do it for Ophion, actually. That could be fun. The thing is, though, is that I think they're going to force us away from this area later. So when you have Elma, you change the music of the uniques and the super bosses. So we're gonna try that for Artifice Ophion, I think. Ah, glad to see. It's always nice to see people that like came to this channel for Breath of the Wild also take interest in some of the other games that we play. Because let's face it, there's only so much stuff. Like, as big as Breath of the Wild can be, there's really only so much content that we can cover in that game, and it's nice to be able to sort of mix things up. Okay, let's try this out. Ooh, it's Glider Orion. Here we go. Here we go. This is gonna hurt a lot, I think.
Jade, ready.
Don't have a topple. Switch Cassandra. There we go. Do you think two orbs is enough?
Gravity, break.
Oh, Cassandra! Cassandra! I need you! Oh, come on.
combo. Third stage.
I love this song, but unfortunately this battle's gonna be too fast, I think.
Magnificent. Awesome. Begin.
I don't have the, that's okay.
Magnificent. Begin.
That's okay, no, we have Shulk, so we're good.
Magnificent.
Go, Shulk, go! Ugh. It's beautiful. Go, Cassandra, go! Show them why you're the strongest blade of all time! Yeah!
Magnificent.
Do I want to break it? No. Monado Cyclone, please. Let's do it. Oh, that's so epic.
Magnificent.
Apparently it looks a lot better in the first game, but I still have to play it.
Magnificent.
Yeehaw! Okay. Yeehaw indeed.
Mag. Elemental burst.
Yeehaw! I like big damage.
Magnificent.
Wolfric? This is... oh, it's so fun. I love Wolfric's level 3. Hit so many times.
Magnificent. Magnificent. Astounding. Magnificent.
Oh, she's so cool.
Great.
Like, I don't mind overkilling this guy this much, because let's face it, I hate this boss a lot.
Excellent. Enemy down.
That was fun.
Hot Tora could even beat them without friends.
Okay. Sorry, what was I saying? So yeah, part of the reason why... Wait, isn't the... Okay, anyways, I think the composer for... Wasn't the composer for Xenoblade Chronicles X associated with Attack on Titan? Or might be thinking of something else. But anyways, yeah, it's really, really nice though, because, you know, as big of a game Breath of the Wild can be, there's really only so much stuff that you can cover, and I'd like to be able to branch out and try other things, because I love, you know, making stuff for the YouTube channel. So that's kind of what it is, though, is that, like, I really, really wanted to do that. It's just that, like, it's really, really tricky, because there will be times where people will be less receptive to new games that you play. Oh no, she's dead.
Pyra!
She's fine.
You missed the highlight. We already have everything we need from her.
Man, his Flesh Eater outfit looks amazing. It's like as edgy as it gets.
You're nothing but a god.
It's okay, Malos. Just go down. Also, no, I think it's gonna finish early. Oh yeah, so I remember asking people, what did you guys think when Malos started firing off Monado arts like it was nothing? Like, just no fanfare, but he actually was using Monado arts. Like, I thought, like, because I thought it was weird, because I only knew Monado, or Shulk in general, from Smash Bros. And then, to see that there's a character with similar moves to him was really cool. Also, this is like the ultimate plot armor cutscene. Alright, see you, Jen. I wonder, can I? No, I don't think I can. Ah, that sucks. Wait, unless... Oh, okay, okay. Here we go, there's the topple. Also, yeah, I should probably rearrange the music again. It's my girl, Siren. Oh, dude, be so broken. Numa, but with the Torn of the Golden Country mechanics of Board Master for everyone. Oh man, that would be nuts. Like, basically, you just have the Orb Master capabilities of Torna, but then you apply that to Numa in this game. Okay. Oh yeah, and they're both redheads in this one. Yeah, I remember when people said that there was the possibility that Malos would be an echo for Shulk. But, again, going back to the whole thing about the development cycle, that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was in development around the same time as Smash Ultimate. So, that already severely affected Rex and Pyra's chances of being in the game. And then the fact that no one really expected Malos to be very well received. Honestly, like, I didn't really think very highly of him either, myself. But yeah, that's the thing though, it's just like, the issue of him having the Monado would totally kind of contribute to the possibility. Oh, 12 shrines left. Yeah, I remember doing that one, laboring to get all the shrines in Breath of the Wild. That was fun. Hey, Rafael, welcome. Okay. Honestly, so you know how recently they showed that Roy also has an English voice now. I'm a really huge fan of Jun Fukuyama's work as Roy, because that was like pretty much synonymous with Melee for me. But yeah, I like this one too, because Ray Chase really does enjoy the role a lot. But man, I'm just waiting for Zelda to be German. I'm waiting for Zelda's German dub. That's all I care about. Let's be real here. It's all like, I don't care if Roy's English or Japanese. I just care about the Princess of Hyrule being German. But still, I'm so excited though for the ability to change language. That's actually very valuable to me because I love trying out the new languages. That was my favorite thing to do in Melee, actually. Here we go.
Chain attack ready.
Oh no, it's so hard.
Begin.
Wait, is it just me? Is Jin not gonna help?
Down.
Wait, there's only one way to find out, I guess.
Super.
Come on, Jin, help out.
Enemy.
Jin, you
down.
should just change your name to Useless. Oh yeah, also anything with Moritha would be amazing. Also, Kudo, hello. I didn't realize you were in the chat. Yeah, I remember a lot of people were discussing whether, like, their opinions of the voice acting in Breath of the Wild. It was very hit or miss, which is kind of unfortunate considering that, like, this wouldn't be Nintendo's first time doing voice acting at this point. It was the first Zelda game with dubbing, sure, but otherwise, like, I was alright with it. I think there's some pretty nice stuff overall. But yeah, there are some parts, though, where I wish they could have pumped up the... Because, like, what's her name? Patricia Somerset is actually a very good voice actor. But, again, it goes back to voice direction at this point. Like, man, like, usually whenever I think of voice direction, I think... Oh, or whenever I think of good voice direction, I think of, like, the Drakengard series. I don't know, it's just one of those things where the voice acting for this one, or the voice direction, could have been a lot better, but unfortunately, I guess part of the reason why they didn't really put too much of a stress on it was just because it wasn't a very central aspect of Breath of the Wild. Like, Breath of the Wild, for all, like, you know, for all intents and purposes, was purely an exploration game. Yeah, and that's the thing though. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 was like a standout. It's like, it's just without peer, essentially. The fact that you're able to, you know, take the voice acting. Basically, the process that I went through, from what I understand, Adam Howden actually listened to Shulk's Japanese voice, and then just took pointers from there, which was really cool. But again, like, the thing is though, not every technician or studio tends to do that. And I remember though, like I remember talking to oh shoot, let's fight. 'Cause I remember talking to Sky Bennett about this, and one of the things that she mentioned when I mentioned the what's it called, the weird voice lip sync issues, and part of the reason why is because they wanted to focus more on the performance and less to do with trying to get everything to match. And like there's a lot of compromises that you have to make whenever you dub or localize a game.
I didn't know there were monsters like that.
So my favorite character in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 for fighting purposes, for now, it's definitely Ricky. I don't know what it is about Ricky. He has that really sort of like frantic. I'm talking about his personality, but then the fact that you were able to translate his personality into his fighting style. He's like this very frantic, try-hard sort of thing. Not to mention that this would be a lot of people's first experience with, you know, a real-life Nopon, essentially. So that would be a really, really big deal for them. So they did a really good job designing Ricky from that perspective. Honestly, though, the people that say that Charlotte's their favorite character are very brave. Surely the bravest of the bunch. Yeah, so I'm really excited for that, though. We have, like, less than a month before that game comes out, too. It's great. Oh, wait. I have not been in this area for a while, so everything looks weird right now. Hey, Justin Tan, thank you very much for joining us. Have a good night, man. Yeah. Although, Melia is starting to grow on me a little bit. I didn't really care much for her because, as far as I'm aware, people just memed her as being the friend zone character. But apparently she's really strong, so I'll have a look at that. Yeah, currently Fiora's still dead, but when she comes back, I hope she's a lot better. The thing, okay, so here's the thing too. Okay, I'm gonna draw a lot of flack for this, but I feel like I just need to express this right now. I'm not a very big fan of Xenoblade Chronicles 1's art style. Like, a lot of people praise that as being like the best part, but why? For me, though, I don't know, it's just... everything just looks really weird. Like, I for whatever reason, Shulk and Fiora, they look like they have the exact same face. And that's very odd to me. And it's just the overall art direction that they went into, the way that they proportioned everyone's facial features. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, even like a friend of mine is emulating. Why? Oh my gosh, this is like the hardest platform in the world. Yeah, like a friend of mine is emulating Xenoblade Chronicles 1 with all the HD textures, and it looks nice, but it's just that even like you can make something look really, really pretty, but then even then the art style just doesn't resonate with me. Yeah, we share the same birth month. It's awesome, right? Being a November baby. Get special privileges, such as rightful claim to the Earth. Oh, you share a birthday with Mickey Mouse? Yeah, he's approaching, 6 days from, less than a week from now, he is going to be 90 years old. I'll have to reach 90 someday. Okay, so this is the boss that people say is very, like, is a reference to the beginning of Universe, and it makes a lot of sense, so I'll let you guys enjoy this one. Wait, you gotta just build up a special. Just build up a special. What are you gonna do? Oh, it's not gonna let me.
Chain attack ready.
Oh, good.
Astounding.
It's so easy. Fiora's really easy. Just do 2 level 4s. Just do 2 level 2s and you're good to go. You're gonna destroy most of the things on New Game as a result. Oh yeah, the scene be free now. Honestly, yeah, Amalthus is a really fascinating villain to me.
Chain attack ready. Begin.
Okay, here we go.
Astounding.
My gosh. Go, Shult, go! Just fail all the QTEs. We don't need it anymore.
Enemy down.
Alright, see you later. I remember, I think this fight was a lot of fun my first playthrough, because I used Sheba, and I kept spamming her level 2 special to collect a lot of coins to boost up her damage. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so the thing about Amalthus, he's a very fascinating villain, because part of the reason why I appreciate him so much is that, again, the whole... Wait. Yes, lower that. Oh, but then no, lower this too. Let's see how this goes. So part of the reason why I find it so fascinating to me is that, like, you know, the whole trope of religious figurehead is actually evil has been done to death over and over and over again. And while there's nothing wrong with it inherently, I think it's really, really, you know, I think it's very, very beneficial to look at religion through a critical eye. But the problem is, though, is that when you do the same format and template over and over again, it gets tiresome and it's just not good writing anymore. So with Amalthus, it's that he's had a foretaste of what divinity is meant to be and its intentions on Earth, and his reaction to that is like sort of a very nihilistic approach almost, and that's part of what made it so compelling, though, is the fact that he and Malos share very similar properties, and we see that reflected in the story. Because also that's the thing, though, like, it's one thing to give a villain reasons, but it's another thing to give a villain good reasons. So think about Amalthus, at least this is my personal take on it. Amalthus's reasons, you can consider them justified from the perspective of that, well, he was traumatized by all the stuff that he witnessed in his lifetime. But the problem with that, though, is that I don't think that justifies bad actions. Like, you could have a terrible childhood, but that doesn't justify you being a bully to other kids, you know? So that's kind of what it was with that, is that you understand the reasons. They were well thought out reasons. They were reasons that we were able to understand and appreciate through the story. And that's part of what makes him such a compelling villain. Same thing goes for Jin. No, Jin more so. Honestly, I find that Jin was the most compelling villain out of all of them in this game. Because even without Torna, you still sympathize with him really, really easily. But then after Torna, you just like you can't hate the guy anymore.
A new locale.
That's the problem, though, is that when you do a cliche trope over and over again, it stops being fresh, and that's why, like, even if they do it quote-unquote good, the thing is, though, is that because it's been done over and over again, it's no longer a very good experience as a result. Yeah, okay, so the thing about Malos, so my first impression of Malos, I really didn't like him. I didn't like him at all. I thought he was a really boring villain. I couldn't really relate to his tendencies and his inclinations. But the thing about Malos, though, is that when you look at Malos from the perspective that he is a machine, it actually helps a lot more to understand why he does the stuff that he does, is that he has a driven purpose, and it's not like he's a delusional person that thinks that... Well, yeah, well, that's the thing. He is... Oh, sorry. He is a very delusional person thinking that the destruction of humanity is what humanity wants. Because in a way, it is. There's a lot of people out there that wish for the world to just be ended because it's so stressful for them, that it's so overwhelming. It's such an overwhelming part of existing, is that you wish that something would happen to this world that would just end it all, because I can't stand it anymore. People feel that on some level. It seems cynical. It's basically suicidal at this point, but that's what Malos is meant to embody. The problem, though, that I really had with Malos is that you don't really get that impression very quickly. It took Torna for me to understand that, actually. So that's what it is, too. Actually, one trope that I really enjoyed was with Octopath Traveler. In Octopath Traveler, Ophelia's story, I was prepared for it to be just another, like, typical, oh, church is actually evil, and they're corrupt, and they don't help poor people when they should. It actually ended up being the opposite of that, where, the people of that religious head realized that there's really only so much that they, mere mortals, can do, and it's up to them to do what they can while they still can. And that was a very, very valuable comparison for me with Ophelia's stories, that Ophelia felt really helpless in helping her sister, but then as she progresses through the story, she does more and more, and you just see how far she's willing to go to salvage her friends. It's really nice. Yeah, so that's the thing about Jin, though. Jin was easily the most compelling villain in this entire game, in my opinion, just because his motivations were very pure motivations, and it's something that people can relate to on a personal level. It's something that people can relate to on a personal level, where you cope with the loss of a friend, and you stick with your conviction, but then you think to yourself, maybe this conviction was wrong because clearly the results weren't that good. And in this case, that would be the fact that you tried sticking with being just and defending humanity, only to find that humanity is what took away your best friend. Alright, here we go. Oh man, remember how long it used to take for us to fight against this thing?
Excellent.
Cassandra!
Photon, tumble. Launch, photon.
That was fun. Hey, Mickey, welcome! Yeah, that's basically what it is, though. They shared a common goal. It's a little bit weird, though, because, as much as I enjoy the fact that, yes, this hero joins the villain when you share a common goal, but then when the villain at the time, was as uncompelling as he was, it feels weird to see the more compelling character join that character's side. It felt very odd to me. Alright. Yeah, one of the biggest themes, I wish more people talk about this, but one of the biggest themes of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is the concept of death, rebirth, and moving on with your life. Because, yeah, essentially what a blade is that once a driver dies, the blade goes back to a core state, and they lose all their memories. And the thing is, though, is that, I wish they kind of played around that with a little bit more. I think Jin kind of touched on it a little bit in the Temperantia cutscene, but I kind of would have wanted to see, a blade exists, and their personality is made up of their convictions, and then they carry on those convictions every single time, and then the circumstances of the story challenge that blade's convictions, and then the onus is on the blade whether or not they're going to continue following their path or not. Because honestly, a very overdone trope that I really dislike is the trope of the protagonist having an ideology, but then the circumstances of their life challenge their ideologies, and then they change their ideology as a result of their circumstances. It's basically what happened with Jin. But the thing is, though, is that it's so common these days that it's a bit tiresome. I actually would have loved to see the protagonist have their ideology challenged consistently over the course of his adventure, or her adventure, but then all that did was just find more reasons for them to vindicate their position, to realize that, yes, my side isn't perfect, but no side is perfect, so I might as well stick with what I know, because at the end of the day, this is the right path to follow. Oh no, Indol. No one cares. No, that's not true. What are you talking about? Fallout 76 could be good. It's just that you have to buy the game to uninstall it. Are you kidding me? Think of Fallout 76. I'm not going to say too much about it. It's just that part of the reason why I was upset about its announcement is that I was hoping for a new RPG. We haven't had a good Fallout RPG since, New Vegas. That's how long it's been. And, we were kind of hoping that the next game would be like that, but then they end up giving us this PvP game, which isn't really bad. It's just that all the details that came out as a result of the PvP, apparently there's penalties over PvP in the PvP games, because to prevent griefers, quote unquote, but but why? Why? So that's what it is, though. And not to mention that it's so the problem I find with Bethesda games is that the majority of the time it's a huge buggy mess until the mods get to it. And it's gotten to a point where the mods are so used to Bethesda games that
like, it's actually pretty easy for them to mod the games to fix them, but man, that's just a really bad practice. I feel like if you make a game, it should be not buggy. Like, is that entitled? Is that entitled mindset? Probably. How about Diablo Immortal, you guys? Okay, that's enough. Oh yeah, Caius Ballad from Final Fantasy 13 too was a really good villain. He was a really, really good villain. Without really saying too much, part of the reason why I enjoyed Caius is because he had that dark... Huh? But then... Okay, then put in the codes. Oh, I missed it. I missed it! Why? Okay, sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, he had a very melancholic aspect, and you can see that with Jin. Jin has, like, he starts off as seeming really cruel and heartless, like, as seen in that cutscene where he goes through the Ardanian battleship and he just murders all those drivers. Like, and it's, like, so mechanical and indifferent as he does so. But then, yeah, then you discover more and more of his motivations. It's great. And then watching that cutscene, I actually kind of wish they redid that cutscene, because the one with, like, Mithra confronting Jin in Temperantia, asking why, you know, why Jin did what he did, and then Jin saying it was your fault. It's weird that Mithra, her response was a lot more flippant, very glib. I actually would have liked it if her response was really like you know, like just a piercing nail in her heart, essentially, because you saw the ending of Torna. She was traumatized by the entire thing that happened, so you'd think that would happen. Hey, Diego, hello! Okay, so think about Gort. His design isn't bad. Like, it's meant to be grotesque and bizarre. It's just that it didn't fit with the rest of the game, and that was the problem. Like, he felt like he should have just been in a completely different game. So that's what it is, though. Like, I kind of wish they changed that cutscene. I think it's because they didn't realize that it turned out the way that it did. But yeah, I was kind of hoping that, like, Jin saying that it was Mithra's fault would have actually, like, genuinely, visibly affected Mithra. What do you mean by Rex not being very? Because I thought that Rex was very human. Like, easily the most, because he was very sympathetic with this whole salvager mottos, and that thing that he does where, like, he never wants to turn down a person that's in need because he feels like that is something he should do. It's actually kind of funny that when you compare characters like Mithra and Rex, you see it by concept. Like, most protagonists like Rex, they tend to have a bit of a survivor. Like, they have a sort of a survivor's guilt, survivor's complex mentality to them. But it's actually the other, and then, oh yeah, and then characters like Mithra, they're very angelic with a messiah complex. But it's actually kind of switched around where Rex is the one with the messiah complex, and then Mithra's the one with survivor's guilt. Oh yeah, killing, man, that the challenge that Kuro mentioned, that was the one where we found out that we were on the front page of YouTube Gaming. We were on the front page of YouTube Gaming, apparently, and it's literally just me running around as Jin, doing my terrible Jin impression, and my occasional Raiden impression from Metal Gear Solid. Okay, we going? There's another character that people say is very similar to Jin from the first game, named Eagle? Eagle? I think it's Eagle. Pretty sure it's Eagle. Oh no.
An explosion?
An explosion.
A battle, perhaps.
Oh, she wears her hair down. My gosh. Is this how K-pop fangirls feel whenever they see a boy from their favorite boy group do something normal? Whenever I see Morag appear in a cutscene? You know, Sword Art Online is the best anime ever made. Changed my mind. And Kirito is the best protagonist. You cannot test that. Okay.
Wow! World has many
Well, I think you can call Rex generic in the sense that he likes to help people, but honestly, though, that's not... Like, he has a... Yeah, like... I don't know, like... I guess it depends on what you mean. Because I actually didn't find Rex... I actually found Rex to be quite endearing after a while, because he just had that determination. Because he's... although, I wish they kind of would have made it so that he was a lot more... Also, no, but then again, the fight against Akos, he struggled a lot. So, one of the things that I found about Rex, personally, is that, like, I make jokes a lot about how the strongest drivers in all rests are a scuba boy and a homeless girl. Those are, like, so Laura and Rex. But the thing about Rex, though, is that he's really out of his depth in comparison to everyone else. He was never a driver. All he did was just fight enemies. Like, all he did was fight crabs to survive. That's all he really did. He was a salvager. He was just a working boy. So it was really, really cool to see that he was so out of his depth, but he's able to hold his own with all these other people, like characters like Zeke and Morag. They're all professionals in their respective fields. Oh, it's a Malthus. Speaking of this guy, the, Oh, no, I'll do it later. Oh man, the Call Upon the Power of Fire. You want to make that a ringtone? Yeah, I guess that's kind of like where it depends on what kind of a player you are and how you take it. Because the way that I see it... Because the way that I've always seen Rex is that... I've always felt that he was the main focus of the game, even though there were all these other characters that were extremely dynamic, all these characters that could have totally been main characters of their own respective games. Like Tora could have been a main character of his own game, but the focus was Rex. But the thing is, though, is that every character still stood out, and that's kind of why I really like this cast over the one of Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Because in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, literally the only characters that I find myself caring about was literally just the main character and the Nopon. That's it. But then when it came to this game, I was able to care about all of them, but then the story was still focused on him. Amalthus is the blue Ben Shapiro. I'm trying to figure that out. Amalthus doesn't talk that fast, and Amalthus isn't Jewish. Oh my gosh, I really want to see Amalthus do a review of Star Wars The Last Jedi. My divinity doesn't care about your feelings. My goodness. It's, love him or hate him, Ben Shapiro is a very, very memeable guy. Not as memeable as my boy Alex Jones, though. That guy, I'm low-key upset that he got banned from all forms of social media. I mean, yes, the guy was toxic as hell, but my goodness. The memes, you guys. The ones that we live and breathe by. Like, Melia's alright, it's just that she hasn't really done much yet. I feel like the main reason why I like her is because I like her design, and I like her voice actress. Oh, man. I know, it seems like... Okay, you know what? Someone with Photoshop, just get a picture of Amalthus in his Praetorian robes, in his Praetor robes, and then Photoshop Ben Shapiro's face on him, and just make it blue. The correct shade if you can. See how that goes. And then I will, I'll eventually make that... I'll probably make that like my PFP for like the first anniversary of this game on Twitter or something like that. Alright, Mingyan, good luck studying. Let me know how it goes. Man. It's weird though, it actually kind of surprised me, because whenever I think of like political commentators, it's like you disagree with them. But more than anything though, like they think the things that they do because they study, or they have their own upbringing that pushes their study to look to a certain direction. The real problem, like I don't really have a problem with the likes of, say, I don't know, off the top of my head, I don't know, Candace Owens, for example. I don't really have, like, I disagree with her on a bunch of things, but it's really her following that I take issue with. That's how it's kind of been for me. It's like, when it comes to individuals, yes, I heavily disagree. I think sometimes I find that their viewpoints are repugnant, to say the least. But it's not. But thing is, though, it's not really fair for me to completely be bitter against one person, because that's just not that's not a very healthy mindset in my mind. It's a weird thing. Play my life. How are ya? Let's see. Yeah, honestly, like, when you're able to avoid most of the enemies, this game is actually pretty fast. It's just that the first 3 chapters are gonna, like, they take me like 2 hours, and I don't know why. Oh wait, cutscene. I wish Pyro was in this cutscene. Oh wait, let's have a look at this.
Poppy!
Oh yeah, the lighting is very flattering.
Poppy got it.
The lighting is really, really, really flattering for Morag and her outfit. It's great though. Yeah, well, no, chapter 1 was fast. It's chapter 2. Chapter 2 and 3 took a long time because there's so much exploration that you have to do, and then there's rock. You have to. That whole thing with rock was really annoying. Like, come on, man. No, Cora, where are you? Who's next? I'm surprised that Herald. It's like she's a big machine that can, like, that's a doomsday device essentially, and she still didn't have enough. Wait, Electra's fine, right?
Let's sock it to him.
Let's sock it to him? Oh, that's amazing.
I trust you.
I love this. I have to say, like, underneath all that armor, Herald is a really, really nice figure, not gonna lie. Most of the chapters, they're just like, is literally like point A to point B, kill all these things on the way there, and watch all these cutscenes. I know. It's actually really funny that you mentioned how bad it looks in handheld, because the majority of my time playing this game was on handheld, because I need to beat this game in a timely fashion. Oh, man. Herald Cycles... Apparently, the artist for Herald is the same artist that did the designs for Final Fantasy VI, so that's pretty cool. Looks great. But yeah, like, honestly, there's a lot of, like, things, like, you know, because characters, like, Dahlia got a lot of spotlight for no real reason, other than there were, like, 4 people that were very angry about her design. But then when it came, yeah, same thing goes for Mithra and Pyra. Those guys got a lot of the focus put on them. What about Poppy? Poppy looks great. I love this. And, what's it called? Another character, yeah, I mentioned that Cassandra, surprisingly, like, you go back to the, when we went to the Pool of Galantia, you see that Cassandra's surprisingly well endowed. Like, I can't switch right now, but you'll know. Honestly, though, I didn't like Dahlia's design that much when I first saw it, but after playing it, yeah, like, I still don't like her design that much, but I really like her, I like the way that she's written and her perspectives. Okay, how am I gonna do this? I need Cassandra with me. Don't be shy. Okay, so we're gonna do this a special way. Sorry, what was I saying? Right, so yeah, like, I really like the way that she was written. I like her voice acting. I really like the deep southern accent that they gave her. It was really nice. Yeah. Caleb, thank you very much for telling me about the Detective Pikachu. I'm gonna be looking at that right after this. I'm actually very excited. Okay, we're gonna fight against Jin.
Now let's see. In my experience,
Yeah, there's a bit of a Dolly Parton thing going on there, isn't there? Yeah, I really like Dahlia. Like, from that perspective, her design's like it's weird. That's the reason why I don't like it. It's not really that I'm afraid of boobs or anything like that. It's just I think it's really, I just think that the whole thing was weird. Like, I guess it's just the giant hands and claws.
What's up?
It's just like, oh
Jin?
no, don't kill me. Oh no, Tux, what did you do?
So this
Hang
is
on, let
where
me just
it
double
ends.
check this.
Huh?
Is it in the
You say
Xenoblade
something?
or in the Oh, oh
I'll
no.
stay
Oh man, we just need to round it out a little bit, but that is a very good first attempt, Tux. That actually got me. That was a legit LOL.
We'd go together, didn't we?
Oh my gosh. Actual LOL. Look how sad Jin is. We should show him the picture of a Malthus Shapiro. I think that would cheer him up.
I'm just waiting.
For the boy.
I was told to wait.
Oh my gosh, Laura, no! It's so weird that, like, when you first see Laura, it's just that she's just a character that was Jin's motivation. She didn't really have much going for her. But after playing Torna, she's like, she really surprised me. She was such a well thought out character. Man, it's also really, like, messed up to think that when they were fighting each other, too, his eyes seem different. Oh, Jin's eyes, they're like sapphires. Sapphires in the starlight. I'm sorry, I'm still looking at the Ben Shapiro thing. Oh yeah, so okay, so this cutscene.
Hey, you! You wouldn't happen to be Ornelia's former blade, would you?
Also, wasn't he shorter in the DLC?
Ornelia? No, I'm...
From the Territorial Defense Corps! It's you!
I loved this entire part of the DLC. Like, Hyper Village was just really nicely done.
Even though I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
Oh yeah, also I'll
back
update
then.
the Discord while we're waiting.
With that sword slung across your back, you were so cool. If you hadn't come when you did, our village would have been... Oh, yes! The house you used to live in is still out there on the
Yeah,
outskirts.
he seems smaller.
house.
I guess Jin froze her, because he has ice powers and all. Oh, this cutscene. Like, this was like my favorite cutscene in the DLC, and it's so funny when you see how it's undercut. Yeah, we'll watch this and we'll see how this goes. Also, yeah, like, I cannot stress enough how much I love the dynamic between Jin and Laura. It's a very, very strong and wholesome dynamic. And it's what really, really sold Jin's motivations for me.
This long war for independence will soon come to an end. It is not only the war that will soon be over.
Oh man, they're playing that Metal Gear Solid music.
Is about to end. And when she meets her end, so too will I.
Howdy, Ragdoll. Howdy, partner.
Unsullied by her death, I will merely return to my core. To await.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's Kasuna. I updated the link just now.
I will sleep as at the end of any other day. When I awake, will I be the same person as before? If the architect does.
So one of the other
indeed
things
exist,
too about the Blades
I
and their
wish I could
personalities,
ask
their personalities are always exactly the
Who
same.
am
Their
I
personalities
truly?
are basically set in stone.
whence did
It's
I
just
come?
that their driver
Whither
lets them
am I
channel
headed?
their personality in different ways.
If I were
So,
afraid,
in the sense of like
I pray
Bridget,
this
for
girl
example,
finds
like
its way to
Bridget's
you.
personality is like she's very
Trusting that
strict
it will.
and very like
I will use
she's a
these
bit of a
last
perfectionist.
words to
But
pass
then we
down
see that when she's with Emperor Hugo,
a means of
she's
carving
like
a bond
basically part of the
between
fan
myself
club
and my
with her and
work
Aegeon.
into this
But then
flesh.
with Morag, it's more like they're
This
co-workers.
is how it is done.
My, how terribly desolate. I heard it's been 90 years, but
Oh yeah, her voice acting was a lot better in the DLC.
what is it? Did you remember something?
No. It's nothing.
Really? That's too bad. I would have liked to have learnt about the old you.
I am who I am. I do not change.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was supposed to be a serious moment, but it's so great looking at it from the perspective of the DLC. They literally stopped. They literally stopped the memory right before she had a heart attack. I love it. Oh man, so that's the really funny thing though. Like that was a really serious cutscene for this, but then when you watch it in the DLC, it's so great.
You came.
Oh, look at all these beach outfits. Everyone looks good.
Jin.
Are you alone? Where's Mallows?
He went ahead.
Yeah, that was so great. The fact that the deal, like that's the thing though. That's why it was so impactful though. Is the fact that you actually get to see that Laura and Jin have a very friendly kind of relationship. It wasn't all serious.
Are you trying to stop us going after Mallows?
Perhaps.
No, Harem Master doesn't need swimsuits.
I want to see for myself if this world has any will.
Also, I need to get the swimsuit outfit for Poppy as well.
You or Mallows.
Then you
No, bring us back swimsuit Pyra. Get out of here, Mithra!
That I cannot do.
But why? In your state, you should barely be able to stand. You know, if we fight now, you'll.
You see what I drew my Mithra. But I made a promise. I'll do whatever it takes to fulfill this desire.
Even if it means your death.
Gladly.
Oh, he's such a cool villain. Like, again, this Flesh Eater form looks amazing. Like, it's just so edgy. And the fact too is that, yeah, like this goes to show how powerful Laura can make him. So he's able to do things like freeze particles.
Come on!
As it should be.
Come at me, boy!
Okay, so I'm gonna try a different kind of boss strategy. So Cassandra and I, we're gonna hang out back over here, but then Poppy and the Monado will just have some fun. So, there we go.
Empty moment!
Don't worry, Cassandra. As long as you're here, I'll stay alive. There we go. It's doing fine. Oh no, Sora, don't die. I like how she's just reaching out for Morag. She's like, no, Morag, don't go. We need you here. I like, of course, Cassandra. I will always come back for you. It's a very, very good moment. It's a very good strategy. It's working. I'm very, very happy about what's going on here. Oh no! Oh, it looks like they need help. I don't know what to do. Come on, Shulk. Okay, we could use Herald. Ooh, at full affinity. Very good, very good. Oh no! Hang on. I'll save you guys. Oh, never mind. He empty-mounted me. There. I did an attack. Don't ask me for anything ever again. Don't ask me for anything ever again. This is my favorite strategy. It just involves looking at Cassandra the entire time. This looks so cool.
You still got it. But so do we. Oh no, you
That's
don't.
amazing.
The power to manifest what you imagine.
You would have been.
Truly awesome.
It would have been so sick
That power comes from
if you could play
art.
as this Jin
Why
in
do you
Torna.
wield it for mortal sake?
To get to Elysium.
And then what? Open it up to humans? Share it out between them?
Do you even need to ask? Obviously.
And then what? Can't you see where that leads?
What are you saying?
Humans will make Elysium into another Moritha. Just as they did with Torna 500 years ago.
I won't let that happen.
And after you die, what then? Who will stop the inevitable?
Isn't that the reason that you blades exist? And when I'm not around to stand by you in that effort, someone else will.
Oh, it's beautiful. I actually haven't seen this cutscene in a while either.
That's right. When a person dies, that's it for them. But their thoughts and memories will always be passed on to someone else. Isn't that the same with you, Blades? Your past selves get passed down to someone else to become your new selves? Isn't that how you've always lived? We're no different.
That's a really nice choker, I'm just gonna say. Hang on, couldn't resist. It's too pretty.
From now on, I'll protect you. I'll keep you safe. Always.
Oh, I love that. I hated that that was the first line that they say in
Blades
Torna.
become titans when the time is up, and those titans give birth to many new blades. All while forming
Also, that's a very good point, Haribo. Like, out of all the people that are here, Rex has, like, literally died, but then he was revived.
It's enough to make me envious.
Envious? Of us?
So I'd like to ask the architect, Pyra, Mithra, all of you.
Yeah, so the fact that Laura looks like a normal NPC is actually... I think that's pretty nice, all things considered, because you could, you know, you should have that kind of attitude towards everyone, no problem.
Chain attack, stop!
There we go. Ooh, Dark Elements.
Soup!
Ba 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 da. Herald. Oh, yeah, this won't be enough to kill, I think, because Poppy is the opposite element. Oh, never mind. Okay, no, she's too strong. Wait a minute. I forgot. How, we really underestimated just how overpowered Poppy can be. Goodness. That was really, really fun, you guys. Just straight up with the overkill. Oh, and we have to do that thing where we fight against people in the memories or the alternative realities. Honestly, I wish Akos had a much larger role in this game. This was weird. I was super confused when this cutscene happened, but we'll skip it for the benefit of you guys. So, when that cutscene happened, I was really confused because why in the world... why in the world was the guy that sounds like Shulk in a lab coat and all these weird machines and then creating a new universe? It made no sense. Like, this had nothing to do with what we were just talking about. It was the weirdest thing in the world. Because I had no idea what the connection was. That was the issue. No, you definitely can call her OP because for every blade, you're expected to put a lot of effort in them anyway. And honestly, the amount of effort that you put in Poppy isn't that much, all things considered. That's the reason why I would. Obviously, yes, you do have to invest time, but honestly, if it takes no time to get something good, it's probably not worth having. Or that just diminishes the experience. Alright, what's next? It was just the weirdest thing in the world for me. Also, the heart-to-heart was pretty good. There's a heart-to-heart in Vit over here that I want to try out. So yeah, we'll watch it right now. Sure, this is the chill stream. We'll do it. But even, like, that's the thing though, like, with my Poppy, I made her before New Game Plus came out. So I had to farm all that stuff. Let's replace Hazuki with Rigid.
I will do my best to prove my worth.
Oh wait, no, you can just do it.
Please be good to me.
I don't know, we're fine.
How remarkable. That view down below is the world where we live, isn't it?
So it would appear. I had no idea it was possible for humans to reach these kind of heights.
And this world tree's been around since forever too. I'm not sure I can keep up with what they're finding out here.
Hey, Prince, look! Over down there!
I love their dynamic. They have a really good one.
What is it?
Like, I
See
love the
something?
dynamics between all the main story drivers and their blades.
Look! Right over there! It's Genbu! That's gotta Genbu!
Seriously? Wow, you're right. That does look like Tantal.
What are you talking about? Of course we can't see Tantal from all the way up here.
We totally can, though! Come over and take a look!
Oh yeah, did you hear about the story about how Sky also auditioned to be Pandoria? Yeah, she auditioned to be Pandoria and Patroka.
I'm sure it's just a cloud or something. I don't see any sign of Tantal anywhere.
Not over there, over here!
Look right there!
It's so small, it's difficult to judge. Are you sure you're not imagining it?
No imagining going on here. That's Genbu, no doubt about it.
Is it though?
Bridget?
What is it, Lady Morag?
Well, it's just... I think I may have spotted more Ardain down there. Do you think that's really it?
What?
Oh hey, you found your place too!
Where do you mean?
Over there, next to that strangely shaped cloud.
Huh. I see the one you mean.
Doesn't that distinctive shape look just like Mor Ardain?
I do believe you're right. Those wide plains look just the right shape. And those shapes flying around it must be Titan battleships.
I thought as much. Incredible how one can feel the majesty of Mor Ardain from all the way up here.
Quite right, Lady Morag.
Hold on, you two. Take a closer look. I'm pretty sure that's the Leftherian Islands. Mor Ardain doesn't have all that greenery, does it?
The other option was also really good, where they have a competition. I kind of wish I picked that one. Okay. Hang on. Actually, there's a cutscene that I really wanted to see. I totally forgot about it, so thank you for reminding me. It's Lemur Inn. I want to watch the cutscene where Morag and Bridget try their hand at cooking. If Malos voices all the males, that would mean that Malos would voice Florin, and I'd be totally down for that nonsense. Malos' voice with Florin is like this really dainty, delicate-looking boy, and then Malos' voice, I'm gonna kill you! Oh, yes, please. Alright.
Counting on you.
Sorry, Mithril, but we're gonna bench you in favor of the superior girl. There you go.
Hey, Bridget. I found something interesting in that shop over there.
Interesting?
Yep. Here it is.
What is that thing? It looks quite grotesque.
Why, that's an Argentum monkfish.
You are familiar with this creature, Lady Mora?
It's a rare delicacy that is only found in the
My goodness, I need to work out so I can look like Morag.
People eat this monstrous fish thing.
It might not look appetizing, but I've heard the taste is divine. Since it's so rare, I thought I'd cook something up with it. But I'm not sure how. Morag, do you know?
Lady Morag, if I may, is this really wise?
Oh, don't you worry yourself.
Shall we start by gutting the fish then?
Excuse me?
What's the matter?
Gut it. Gut this creature.
Well, yes. We can't exactly cook it like that.
Understood. Life is a battlefield. Let us commence.
Show it who's boss, Lady Morag.
Bridget?
Yes?
Please hold down its head.
What? No, that is, I'd rather not touch it.
It's just a little tricky to make the incision when it keeps staring at me.
Quite true, but...
For the love of the architect, do it! Please, at least cover its eyes.
Oh, what a power pose.
Yes, ma'am.
One foot in front of the other while holding out her hands.
The best of it.
What's wrong? It looked me in the eye.
Is this thing still alive?
Can it be?
It's Cassandra's hammer.
It's opening its foul maw. Lady Morag, the enemy means to eat us. Quickly, the finishing blow.
Very well. Hellfire!
No, wait! If you do that, the food will be...
Well, Bridget?
as befits the Flamebringer, the foe is extinguished without a trace.
Phew. Our mission here is done.
Oh, I should use this as a reaction pick. There we go.
What do you think you're doing? There's nothing left for us to eat.
Some really good stuff. Well, I mean, like, what country do you think Cassandra comes from? The country of heck. Okay, now, okay, let's go back to our regularly scheduled hot and heavy spoiler territory. That was a really, really good one. My favorite thing about Malos, my favorite thing that he's ever done, was just him going up to a Malthus. Hi. Just straight up, it's not even like, did you miss me? Or, it's been a while. It's, hi. Gosh. It's like in Sonic 06 whenever you talk to an NPC. Hey. Oh yeah, if Cassandra and Hugo, I think they're around the same height too. Maybe. Anyways. Oh yeah, the looks on your... That was a very popular reaction image for people. The looks on your faces by Malos. When they revealed that Rex was a Mii fighter. Malos Yianopolis? My gosh. Oh no. Okay, so yeah, this is, like, honestly though, okay. So how many of you guys were surprised by this plot twist? Because for me, the plot twist that this is Elysium did not surprise me at all. Like, I actually knew that, like, there's this amazing haven that they're going to. It either would have been, like, a purely mechanical place or a completely desolate area. I think part of the reason why I predicted that is because a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 kind of struck me as being a little bit post-apocalyptic. That, like, this is, like, you know, humanity is on its last legs, and all the Titans are slowly dying off. Like, as you saw at the very beginning of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So, obviously, Elysium would be your last hope. But the thing is, I couldn't really think of a way where that could really be the case. There's no way that one location would be enough to help the entire world. But then I thought to myself, well, the thing is, though, I think that would point to the fact that maybe there is no hope. And the conclusion of this game is going to be them discovering a way to find hope, and that would be this. And that would be what ended up happening, was all the Titans merging together. Hey, Jojo, welcome!
Is that it?
So that's what it is, though, is that I kind of expected that that this entire place would look the way that it did. What I was not expecting was the tie-in. That was a really big surprise for me. That was a huge surprise. Like, it was still lost on me, but I was really happy for fans of the first game to see that there was a connection after all. And, yeah, just to hear people explain to me that the reason why that happened in the cutscene... Because I thought it was Rex talking in the portal. Yeah, we'll watch that scene, because I know people enjoy it. Alright, show me the money. We're gonna fight against Nia and Dromark first, which is gonna be really easy. Do I like the DLC? I like them both the same. Like, I like them both, it's just that I think this game obviously has more content.
Okay, time to take you down.
Oh, yes, I get to use Pyra.
Wing smash! Cyclone smash! Gotcha!
There is no Elysium. There never was.
Missed. Eagle eye. The wind's
Go, Pyra, go!
anchor shot. Ha!
Let's keep this up.
Spinning hit.
Goodbye! Whee! I love Pyra's level 3. It's so fun. Yeah, the fight against Morag frustrated a lot of people. I didn't really have any problems with it. What I did have problems with was Tora, because Tora had 94% chance of blocking. And ultimate shield. So it was impossible for me to do damage for a while. Yeah, for me though, I don't know. I think it's also because I used Sheba primarily through the entire fight. So I think that was also why it was so easy for me to do these fights. Yes, I need to face my fear and sacrifice the thing that I love in this world for the greater good. There we go. I'm disappointed in you. I like your attitude. Oh, really? You gonna do that to me? There you go. Here's the blaze. Bye. Pyra's so strong. I don't care. Also, yeah, I guess it also helps to have a really strong Pyra. The way that I feel about Pyra is that her playstyle is a lot of fun, but also the fact that with Pyra, you can basically do really well throughout the game just using her. You don't even need to use Mithra, although using Mithra as a buffer for building up your special would also be very helpful. The person that would voice Rock would probably be... I don't know, probably Adam Howden to voice Rock. I'm still just imagining Malos's voice with Florin. I think that would be like the biggest thing for me. The real deal sealer. I wonder what would happen if Zeke actually did have like the Monado. If you can like canonically place that somewhere. This is so easy. Hang on, wait, Tora. Wait, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Oh my goodness, this is so strong! Goodbye! She's so strong, you guys. Like, honestly, just blade combo spam with Pyra, you're gonna do fine. I see the dropout. I still haven't seen it. I was told. I was like, I literally found out about the trailer right when I started the stream, so I haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, and well, the thing is though, Sky would voice Finch, and that's fine. Honestly, I was really surprised when I found out that the voice actor for Bridget is the same voice actor for Finch. Okay, we shall have this, and we're done. Okay. Yeah, we'll watch the cutscenes for this entire thing, because why not? This, for all we know, this might end up being the last... This might be the last Xenoblade. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon, because... Like, who can tell what tomorrow will bring? Yeah, honestly, giving Pyra a higher critical rate would be, like, the buff that she doesn't need, but she totally benefit from. Because she's really, really strong. Yeah, Bridget voices Finch and Boreas, which is really, really cool. We've come a really long way, though, because I remember the last time we did this on stream, I was talking about the ending. So we'll see. The 1 year anniversary... Oh, well, actually, I'm planning on... Like, I'm trying to kick around the idea of making a 1 year anniversary video for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Because it's a very important game on this channel, and I feel like this would be the proper way to commemorate that. Also, while we're running, we'll look at Tux's meme, see what happens here. Oh, jeez. Malos Monopolis. I'm actually very unfamiliar with Milo Yiannopoulos' work. Okay, so... But yeah, I am planning on doing something for the 1 year anniversary, just because I know it's a very important game on the channel, and this would be a nice way to send things off. It's actually kind of those things that creep up on you, because you realize that because a large following showed up because of Xenoblade, the prospect of moving on from other games is a very intimidating one. And jump! Nope, jump!
What have we here?
It's so hilarious that
Does anyone need a break?
that Zeke has the Monado. Oh boy. I really like the final boss music. It's really, really fun. Okay, what do we got? Yay, final battle. Didn't take us that... It took us literally, like... Yeah, about 4 hours... Like, nearly 5 hours to get through this was because we were messing around a lot. Here we go. Yeah, I'm so glad they brought back this final boss theme for Torna. I was kind of hoping they'd go for something new, but at least they brought this one, and I enjoyed this one a lot. Thank you, Cassandra.
Photon! Launch! Photon!
Go, Cassandra, go!
Astounding!
So much damage!
Photon, break! Then you'd better bring your best.
No, yeah. Well, the thing is though, is like I think if we sped through it, like actually, we'd probably be approaching NL speedrun. But NL speedrun is a lot faster than mine by far. Guys, please enjoy this cutscene. I love the music that plays here too. It's a nice way to kind of like compare it to the ending of Torna.
My lady!
Oh, I like Dromark.
Don't trouble yourself. It's nothing.
He's a valiant knight. Yeah, Pirate Best Girl! Oh, it's so beautiful. Exa? Cannibal!
Can you still not see? Stop the artifice, Malos!
See what, brat? The world's never gonna change! If
I'm gonna agree with you on that one, Icy. I prefer Milton a lot more than Nia. The only difference between Nia and Milton is that Nia had more screen time, but that's about it. I love this. Everyone's coming together, protecting people. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful image. Queen Rakura! Yeah, these are very nicely coordinated cutscenes too.
It will change. I will change it. That's the reason we've come all this way.
Yeah, that's the thing though, like the ending of Torna also made me really appreciate this cutscene a lot more too.
Why don't you just let it go? Who do you think you're doing this for?
I'm doing it for myself. If it helps put smiles on people's faces, helps them live their lives together, then that's my role in this world! Jin told me to take care of you. In his place, you know. Jin never wanted to die. He just wanted to connect with you. He did it because you showed him a path.
And how many people died because of it?
I really like Crazy Malos.
Forgiving isn't that easy, but that's just the world we live in. We need to find a way forward within that world. Even you used to think like that. What?
Oh, he's doing another Noble Phantasm.
Today, we use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny.
And that's also right when the song climaxes too. That was really well done.
The time is nigh.
It's really cool though, because yeah, like when they had to orchestrate the music so that it really gets to its high point right when Shulk finishes talking. It's a very well put together cutscene. Alright, Cassandra, it's time for us to show the world what we're capable of.
Chain attack, stop!
Uh-oh.
We commence the plan. Leave the vanguard to me.
Oh no, Cassandra! Wait a minute, you're too strong. Go, Shulk, go!
Magnificent.
It's time to seize our destiny with Shulk. Oh, that's so broken.
Magnificent. Chain attack, finish.
Alright, go Cassandra, finish it off. What's that about karma now? Go Cassandra, go! Yeehaw! I love her. As soon as she says yeehaw, the music just kicks up a notch. Alright, bye-bye. We did it all on our own, Cassandra.
Here I go!
Yeah!
Alright. Here we go. Oh, man. Oh, man, we've been playing this game for a while, hasn't it? Alright, so yeah, that was Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I think we have like 9 more minutes left, so I think we can keep going. Or we could kill some Torna bosses. I don't know. A lot of things that we could potentially do. But honestly though, like, finishing up here... right, so I just want to say, in terms of scheduling... So, I already said that December, there's a very good chance that we might not stream at all. Maybe very little, but probably not for all. Let's play some Torna for a bit, because we're here now. We'll kill a couple of super bosses and see if we remember how to play. But that's the thing though, like when it comes to scheduling though, that's what's gonna happen. This Saturday, I'm still not entirely sure what we're going to be playing on Saturday. It might be Monster Hunter, it might be Pokemon, it depends. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure. And then the following weeks, I don't even know if we'll still be playing this game either. Okay, so let's kill Relentless Arteron. Not Arteron, sorry. Whatever this guy's name was. I forgot the name of these super bosses. Switch. Wait, what's my... So yeah, we'll see where that goes, because like there might be times where I might just want to take a break for a while. It depends on what we're feeling. Yeah, so like in terms of streaming though, there's also that I know a lot of people were requesting me playing Xenoblade Chronicles 1, a game that I have not played. What? Okay, well, you're the boss then. Yeah, but honestly, we'll see. We might also continue to Octopath. Is it because I'm under-leveled? Is that what happens? Yeah, I think it was because I was under-leveled. Yeah, okay. I was like, I was thinking to myself, why am I so under-leveled? But I realized that I had to do that for... I'm not even sure why I did that. Anyways.
I fight for my friends.
I was thinking, like, we're all level 15, and I can't imagine why. Maybe it's because we were, like, I don't know, maybe I was, like, bonus experience farming? Or something.
All credit to my siblings in arms.
Yeah, honestly, the camp system in this game was really, really nice. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, we'll kill a couple of super bosses, and then we'll call it a day. But I just want to say that the future of the streams, though, for at least November, we have, like, what, a grand total of, like, 4 streams until Smash Bros. Comes out. Then when Smash Bros. Comes out, I'm going to be going dark for a bit, because that's me entering my master class. But yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it though. Honestly, like I look forward to also playing. I do have the Discord link in the description, so if you guys want to join that, I'm gonna try to find time. That's the thing. It's really hard for me to find time because my schedules are weird. I spoke with my boss about changing my schedule so that I would have afternoons off, but unfortunately there's a lot of complications that they have to go through. So it might not be until like January we can get that stuff underway.
I think we've been spotted.
I feel you.
Couple.
I'm all set.
Oh man, he's so much more frantic than I'm used to. My goodness. What in the world is going on right now? Apple? Okay, that's a fair amount of orbs. I think that's fine. Wait, is she the one with orb ender? No, she's not. Okay, I'll see how this goes. Wins. We need ice that we don't have. Oh, I made a mistake. Okay, I should have added orb ender to someone. I need to change Laura's. I have to change Laura's stuff. Honestly, when you have high luck, it's so easy to get a lot of breaks. Oh, the topple, really? Okay. Yeah, okay. I need to switch it up.
There's no time to delay.
All right.
Still, we need a new strategy.
Blazing
I think we might
Braid.
benefit from a change of strategy.
Here we go. Yeah, just direct message me your emote ideas. Like, we're trying to be very careful with emotes these days because sometimes it's like there's not much of a demand for that one. So it depends. Like, if people use it, that's great, but if not, we're better off not having it. Hey, howdy both, thank you very much for joining us. There you go. Topple or... Okay. Oh, we're all fire elements here. Why? Okay, so that's 3 elements under our belt. Switch to haze. Water element coming in. Okay, I think that's it. Half health and I think more than enough orbs to finish him off. Oh yeah, that's plenty.
Magnificent.
Don't forget me.
Don't forget me.
Lead the rear guard.
I love that they added that.
Elemental burst. Any last word?
Then off. Yeah, I like how the bursts tend to be very, very important this time around.
Jin, I need you up front.
Zero blade. Max elemental burst.
Don't expect to recover from this. I shall leave it in your capable hands.
Elemental burst. It's not over. Not by a long shot.
The level 2 of Myth was kind of bad, so let's not use that one.
Magnificent.
Obstinate thing.
Magnificent.
Ice revolution.
Down. Magnificent.
May I follow? Majesty.
Oh, we don't have any electric elements. I forgot I gave Adam a different weapon. So it's up to Adam or Mithra how this is gonna go. Don't be useless, Mithra. Don't be useless. Useless. Okay. I was kind of hoping to continue.
Hugo, do you
Oh
consider
boy.
the Aegis's, I mean,
Oh, listen to
my
this dialogue.
power a danger?
As long as you are with Adam, there is nothing to fear.
Phew. You sure put a lot of trust in that guy.
I think you understand why I do.
Alright, so, yeah, guys, thank you very, very much for joining me on the stream. Like I said, be a bit different. This Saturday, there's going to be a stream at 7 p.m. I don't know what game it is yet, but you will find out the day of. So, just get yourselves ready. It could be a fun one. And then the following week, we'll be continuing our morning streams at 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. So, hope to see you guys there. Until then, though, we're going to get going. And, as usual, I will see you guys in the next stream, whenever that may be. Closing in, and I look forward to what we got next. Bye-bye! Goodbye.